Send that. And then we got the rise. Let's get that picture. Hello, everyone. VOD viewers. VOD viewers who don't want to watch the other VODs that are probably streaming on the channel. Hello. I'm just getting the tweet up. I'll just make a snip of that. Okay, we are live. This is really live. I will laugh at anyone that says, is this a rerun? As is custom. Just get that out there. We'll have that ready for later. You jolted up out of a dead sleep and you saw the notification? You strike me as the sort of guy that would be waking up around 8 and or 7 a.m. But I mean, I don't know, maybe not. All right, so we are free to use whatever weapons we want. I did not make it a specific day. It's just a title update day. We're going to spend quite a bit of time looking at weapon trees, though. I think a significant portion of today's content is going to be staring at weapon trees and going, I wonder. Coping over Garngolem? I think there's going to be a matchup where Garngolem's going to be good. I said a matchup. I don't think anything's going to take Element down. Like, if anything, Element's only going to continue to get stronger. But I think there are certain monsters, you know, Magnamalo, Valstrax, where it's like, maybe you can get away with Raw. Young Juicebox, thank you. 3 months. I gotta update some of those channel avatars at some point. Is the title update out today? No. But we got new news on the title update today. And you gotta remember, I mean, you know, the big thing about the Garngolem isn't just like the hefty rots. And the slots are really good, and the Rampage slots are good too. Like, let's take a look at the Switch X. Remember, there was somebody like Omega coping in one of my Switch X video, like, oh, the Garngolem's really good. And it's like, it's not good yet. But if like that white sharpness was easier to get, like if we had a Handicraft +2, this would debatably be better than the Reconquerus. And yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta say, like, Exhaust Unafflicted is, like, mega comfy. What's the news? I'm gonna do a video live when other people show up. I mean, I could maybe do it now, but they're showing weapon augments, so it's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. I mean, the other thing is like, you know, what are the weapons that have, like, a level 2 Rampage deco that we wish had a level 3? We're talking about the recent Monster Twitter post, B-Lister talk. I literally just put it up on stream. Literally just put it up there. So, I mean, this would obviously be a great choice. I mean, as a non-element power file weapon, I mean, this would be okay, I guess. Maybe not a great choice. It'd be okay. Would this be Daimyo Hermitar? Daimyo Hermitar is what, like 340 with like 2 level 2 slots? And like less water and no purple, no easy purple. It's a very, very interesting question. Because like I would never, like I really don't like using power file with without switcher anymore. Once you get used to switcher, you're like, I don't ever want to live without this. But with switcher, it's completely different. Yeah, I mean I could see Mitsu coming out ahead. Amadron will gape everything with the elemental boost. Well, let's take a look at it. Obviously, sharpness increase will get it closer to purple. It will benefit from the purple more. Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on the monster, you know? I mean, I usually think of it like, you've got monsters that are like, basically, it's not worth running element on. You've got monsters where it's worth running element on, but you don't want to sacrifice too much raw. And then you got monsters that are super weak to water. You know? So I'm trying to think which... I mean, water is kind of like a scuffed element to discuss anyways. But like Volvidon, right? Like, you're almost never going to be hitting the head. Does Almudron have Elemental Bane? Well, anything with a level 3 slot can have Elemental Bane. And Almudron could have a level 3 slot with Elemental Bane. Basically, anything that had Elemental Bane in Base Rise has a level 3 slot now. So, you know, same thing like kind of like Acnesom. Like I'd prefer like maybe like a raw, heavier thing. Because like if you're hitting the head, like that's not a very good water hit zone. Blood Orange Bishatin's also like kind of like debatable. Does take a ton of raw. Only takes reasonable water. I think it could really go either way. I mean, if you did zero-sum memes, that would be good. Nothing is weak to water in Rise. I mean, not true. Tobigidachi absolutely better off with full water on. Like, absolutely, absolutely. Especially if you're hitting the head. I mean, hitting the tail, I guess it can go either way, but I'd still take full water on that. Magnamalo is meme tier. I don't really know, like, I don't know if Mind's Eye triggers on the back leg with purple. If so, like, it might be kind of interesting. Or with white, I guess. With Almudron, it might be interesting to see what that's like. It's probably bad, but it's maybe okay. Yeah, Magnamalo, I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. I think you'd probably go Mitsu or Daimyo. The question is like, whether Blast or Poison would go ahead of it. I just don't know. I don't know if status is going to get the same sort of level of scaling that element is. Presumably, it's going to get a buff. I just don't know if it's going to be the same. How do you do Magna with water? Do you hit the fired up spots? Magnamalo, Scorned Magnamalo for water, it's the head. Pretty much always the head. It goes like 15, 15, 20. And then Thunder, it goes like, I think sometimes it's 20 on the head. It's like 10, 20. But the arms are better for Thunder. What's the news? I'm gonna do a live. If I were smarter, I would like made a script or something ahead of time. I did not do that. Yeah, no, I'm in a villa right. I am in a cottage in Finland right now. We'll do a hunt first. We'll give me some time to. I mean, not really wake up, but kind of wake up. How am I? I'm great. I'm a little jet lagged. I'm a little jet lagged. But, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not, like, bad. It was more so that I got woken up and I was sleeping on an air mattress, so I couldn't really fall asleep again. I don't know if anyone's ever been in that sort of situation before. I don't know. At times, I feel like I'd be better off just sleeping straight up on the floor, so I don't have, like, the empty promise of an air mattress underneath me. Does anyone know what I mean? Does anyone know, like, I'm talking about? It's, like, not worth it, man. You had your air mattress, your only mattress for a year. There was some guy that did, like, these mattress reviews. He reviewed all sorts of mattresses and, like, price and comfort and durability and stuff. And he was a funny guy because, like, he would then sleep on an air mattress every night because he's like, it's the best value for your money. What? All right, air mattress sleepers. What are your you got to pump it up all the way at night? Is it an everyday pump? Because I didn't pump it last night and I severely regretted it. Well, it has definitely started to deflate. I didn't realize this was like a. Has Jen ever made you sleep on a couch or air mattress? Made me? I am choosing to sleep on the air mattress. There is another bed in here. But it's like tiny. It's like for children, so she's sleeping in there. But has she made me? No. That sounds like a toxic relationship if you're in a situation where your partner is making you sleep on a couch or making you sleep on an air mattress. You know, if we've been in a place where it's like a really tiny bed before, like I'm gonna take like the floor of the air mattress. I'm not gonna make her do that. Like in the doghouse. I don't typically get in the doghouse. I try to be a good partner. I don't know what to tell you. And if I did, I mean, that doesn't mean like, go sleep on the ground, pig. You know what I mean? My wife hasn't ever done that. Okay, you're just wondering if that was the case for me? No, that does not happen. You'd inflate at 90%? It's like a little bit better then? I think I've got like hail cutter? Yeah, I've definitely got some trials and tribulations going on with this air mattress. I think I'm only on it for one more night, and then we're going to like a cottage. We should be a bit better then. Yeah, no, that's what happened to me today, Amaki. Like, it was like, you know, like, after I got woken up, I realized I was basically on the ground. It's like you're in this position where, like, you're only ever so slightly elevated off the ground, and, like, you can feel it. You're just like, whatever. But I went for a walk. Helsinki's a wonderful city. It is, like, quieter in this city than I have experienced, like, rural areas in the United States. And I think a lot of it is, like, the fact that there's just, like, not a lot of street traffic all the times. What is the news? There is a big news. I'm going to give it up soon. We're going to do a little video. We're going to do some theory crafting probably all day. They said it was brand new. Full on ground. I was slightly elevated, thankfully. Big news. Fighting Daimyo Hamatar is strange. Yeah, so I think I gotta pump. I definitely gotta pump it up tonight because this thing is like it's running on fumes right now. New or old? I mean, it's just like it's got a valve, right? So eventually the valve's got to do something. Unless you like hermetically seal it, which I mean, that's cool. I probably could have done the slam there, huh? Oops. What? That should have worked. Fume is there? Fume is there. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to travel with you. I think he'd be a very good travel buddy. What is the food like in Finland? It's like food you'd have anywhere else. Just maybe like a little bit fresher. I mean, literally the place we went last night had sirloin steak, white fish, Caesar salad with accompanying proteins, and like a sailor's meal, which was just like chicken. When's Lucent Narga? Probably like a week. Like a week. I read some articles talked a very big game about how Finnish people drink more coffee than like any other people around the world. I haven't really seen it yet. Did I go to McDonald's? No, why would I go to McDonald's? I mean, if there were one nearby as a novelty, maybe I would go, I guess. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like, let's see what the big, if I were here for a very long time, absolutely, I would spend a lot of time checking out like fast food stuff. Like, I'm only here for like a week. Get some small ho. I don't know what that is. Is that a swear word? It's a smaller hole. Did I do those things in Japan? Yeah, I was in Japan a little bit longer, and I did go to a McDonald's there, and it was very good. When the culture shock hits, I don't think it's really going to hit. I mean, I've spent like over a year in China before. I've been to lots of other countries. I never really had any difficulty adjusting. Like, I had one friend that I went to China with, and like his mega cope was just like going to the equivalent of like Chinese Walmart and buying like a ton of breakfast cereal. Which even then, I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, some people just got to get their breakfast cereal in. I mean, you know, I'd be curious to try stuff out, but like I'm not going to be like, I don't miss like American food. Like when I think the only thing from the United States that I care about at all is like pizza. They do the pizza the best in the United States. I don't care what anyone says. Everything else, because of the quality of the ingredients, is just like usually better in other countries. It's not all just like made on one farm and shipped out across the whole country. But I mean, seriously, like our people, like if you're in the New England area or like New York City, it's really some of the best pizza in the world. It really is. Possibly the best in the world. That's it. I take it back. Our barbecue is very good too. You get like our barbecue meats. But outside of that, barbecue and pizza. Does anyone else want to stake any other claims that I will either agree with or completely refute? I don't think it's anything else. Not that I can think of. Yeah, like, you know, I mean, and we've got a whole bunch of different types of barbecue, you know, depending on your region. Palerware, thank you. Lobster? That's a really interesting question. I can't say I've really traveled the world and eaten lobster before, so I couldn't really say. I feel like lobster doesn't take, like, it's all about the sourcing of it, right? Like, the skill to cook it isn't very high. Burgers, of course? I don't think so. No, not necessarily. Because, like, you're talking about, like, what's the quality of the beef here? It's, like, mass-produced. And you're generally just getting, like, you know, bottom round mixed in with what other fat trimmings they have. It's not, like, super good, super deluxe, you know, beef. It's just my opinion. Anyone can feel free to be like, Shepard, you're an idiot. You're wrong. Ratio plus L. You think lobster's too expensive or be worth it? Sometimes it's on sale and it's okay, like relatively nearby me. But like I don't normally go out of my way to get it because you're right. Even on sale, like you're looking at like $8 a pound, $10 a pound, which I mean it's not, you know, for a special occasion it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, it's like it's up there. No, bottom round is like absolutely the worst cut of beef. There's no question about it. There's no fat. There's no flavor. It's not particularly tender. Like, of all the things you would possibly want meat from a cow to be, bottom round ate it. Now, I'm not saying that there's not uses for bottom round. If you're cooking like a stroganoff. How's the weather? USA must be roasting. Wouldn't know. Not in the USA right now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right. All right, Chaos Dragon's right. Bottom round would probably be good for jerky. Because you're gonna dry that thing out and put a bunch of seasonings on it anyways. So that is, I concede that point. Round is good info. I mean, again, like I said, like something like a stroganoff or something, where like it's not like the quality of the meat that matters so much, just that there is meat. How's the weather in Finland? It's really wonderful. The only thing that maybe is like a little weird is like it's only dark for like maybe a couple hours a day. Like it starts getting dark around like maybe like 11 p.m. And then it starts getting light right around like 4 a.m. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't mind it. But yeah, I mean, we got like a fan in this room right now. It's perfectly fine to handle anything. Like you definitely do not need AC. Oops. You want it to be lean for jerky? I used to get jerky from a guy that would specifically sell fatty cuts. And, like, people would freak out about trying to get, like, the fatty stuff. Fatty jerky. Same jerky, one winter Jen went crazy on. Like, I bought a bunch for my brother-in-law, and I got, like, one bag for myself. She gnawed on the whole bag to the point where, like, she reactivated TMJ that had been cured. It sucked. But she went full goblin mode on it. Baby, hello. So don't do that. Does she hit the jerky like the fried chicken? I haven't had fried chicken in a while, believe it or not. I normally get it in the summer. It's just been so hot. Like, I haven't even wanted to eat anything like that, you know? Go, 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 go. I don't think she's going to make it. Yeah, she didn't make it. Oh, well. They call it the old jerky jaw. I mean, it messed her up. I think it's better now. The only thing is like her jaw, like when she chews, like it makes like a little, makes like a noise. I'm excited about the new announcement. I am, and we're gonna talk about it soon. I'm gonna be doing like I'm gonna make an attempt to do like a live video for YouTube. I've never done this before, like a do it live sort of thing. But I'm very limited in my ability to do video editing. Certainly in recording. So I'm gonna have to do what I can. You guys are gonna have to bear with me when I do it. Well, let's get down here. Let's try and get a KO down here. Actually, you know what? Let's like maybe like a fall trap down or something like that. That'd be nice. TMJ really sucks. It really sucks. We had a dentist that basically cured her of it. He like shaved some bone down or something, and she was like cured for years, like almost 10 years, maybe longer. And this that jerky just like did her in. Could be your script for the video. I'm not gonna do that. That was a cool trip. But YouTube content, it's probably not going to be my best work, but I feel like it's worth doing a video on. People liked my other title update discussion video a lot, so. Maybe this will be something. My mild concern is what it's going to do to the video quality on the stream as I'm uploading it. But I mean, I shouldn't feel too bad. It's just like VODs, right? If the VOD is scuffed for... Oops, did I die here? Quite possibly. You know, 10 minutes or whatever, and it's not the end of the world. For non-subs, how is this current adpocalypse treating you? It should be pretty bad. Should not be kind. You can go for it. No, that was not worth it. We're doing the old 8 minutes an hour for 171 hours. It's extreme. But I'm gonna be on vacation. For the release of Rise, I basically did none. I only did like 3 minutes an hour, which is actually kind of less than what I usually do. Can't wait for the summoner. I'm really curious to see if like they're gonna keep are they gonna keep going? Like, are they going to keep increasing the stakes? Oh, wow. It came out a lot slower. It's possible, I don't know. I do know that Twitch is definitely really going like full experimental mode with this. Tweakers is a pretty good emote. I know I got like a couple emotes I could probably upload now. I think I've got like some space. I just haven't decided what I want to put in there yet. So, from what I can tell, it seems like a lot of people got sucked into Xenoblade Chronicle 3. It felt like that game dropped and suddenly everybody was playing that game. Which makes me happy. I loved Xenoblade Chronicle 1, but I kind of hated the second one. Seemed real bad. Digimon survived? I don't really know anything about Digimon. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I mean, apparently, like, Xenoblade Chronicle 2 had, like, some really cool systems in it, and, like, that interests me. But the presentation of the story from, like, almost the very beginning to me felt, like, really bad. And I didn't find anything gripping at all. Could be a personal problem. You know? I'm trying to remember. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicle 1 starts off and like there's a lot of really cool stuff happening. Like you're like in the middle of like a battle. I think you play as somebody not Shulk. Like, don't you play as Dunban? And he's like wielding the Xenoblade. You know, Xenoblade Chronicle 2, you play as some dork with a diving helmet and he wields like a pipe. I mean, for me, like, Nerdfro Gaming, like, I care a lot more about the combat and the systems in the combat than I do the story. Like, I'm not saying video games can't have a good story, and that a good story doesn't really help elevate a game, but, you know, I gotta have some mechanic to feel like I'm engaging with. The Monado, I'm sorry, it's not the Xenoblade. I mean, isn't it, though? Is it not the Xenoblade? The Monado. I tried to play X. I did not like it. I did not like that I had to create a self-inserted fanfiction character. That felt dumb. You know? Because, like, you know, there's just certain things that, like, the story has to assume that you are or are not. When you're just, like, you could be anything. And some games, like, do a pretty good job at, like, you know, putting that work in. I've only played the first one, but Mass Effect, you know, they go through a lot of effort for whatever self-inserted fanfiction character for it to be okay. But Xenoblade Chronicle X did not seem like that. What am I talking about? I don't know. What are you not listening? What do you just jump in mid-argument? Well, you want me to start over from the beginning? That's too bad. I am not doing that. Just got here, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not going to repeat the entire conversation I was just having for your benefit. If there's one retro game you wish to come out with a remake of, what would it be and why? Well, Chrono Trigger's a good choice. But, you know, it's like, it's a little bit like Monkey Paw. Like, you got to be real careful, because what you think of a good remake and what I think of a good remake is not what Square Enix thinks is a good remake. You know, they're going to create something that can be released on mobile phones and is going to look like it was released for a mobile phone. So, you know, I mean, I've always really enjoyed Final Fantasy VI, and technically it got a remake. It got the Pixel remaster, but then, you know, they didn't include all the bonus content from the Game Boy Advance games, and it's like, what's the point? Like, if I'm gonna replay the game that I've already played, like, you know, dozens of times, I'm gonna want to get a little bit extra content out of it. I mean, but it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, did they remake Chrono Trigger for mobile phones? I mean, they ported it poorly. I mean, it's not a remake. That's just like a port. At least like the Pixel Perfect collection is technically remade. I mean, they redrew a bunch of sprites and stuff. When will I be releasing the news? Got to take a shower. You know what? I will wait until you're done with your shower. Go take a shower and tell me when you're back, and then I will go over it. How does that sound? That's what we'll do. We're all waiting on you. Don't rush. All right? Get behind the ears. Get on your armpits real well. Lather, rinse, repeat. You know, floss and brush. Put on some facial moisturizer. And once you've done all that and you're feeling good, your hair is dry, I will go over the news. But really, take your time. I'm not in any rush. Just let me know when you're done, and I'll go over it. It's fine by me. I haven't used, like, dual blades in a while. No, it's such a pain. I'm really going to wait. Just take a washcloth to your parts. Oh, definitely. I mean, that's, like, goes without saying. Like, make sure to wash the filth off. Uptime thing by the viewer count is new? I don't know. I'm not looking. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe. I don't know. Could Shigaru ever be good? Oh, you see uptime in mobile now? That might be new. Am I fighting Malzeno? It's been a while. I think I'm running out of demon drugs. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Ready 11 or 12 will save Shigaru. I hope so. I mean, weapon augments, like, you never know. Like, weapon augments might actually, like, really come in clutch. I mean, imagine if they had a level 2. It probably doesn't matter. Alright, never mind, that's cool. It needs a lot. No, Malzeno weapons are great. What's they got, like, a level 2 rampage slot? That's not too expensive. That's going to be amazing. I mean, probably not the switch axe. That'd probably be too expensive, but... What's the news? We're waiting for someone to finish taking their shower before I go into it. I'm not joking. I don't think they're going to be more than, like, 15 minutes. Although I did tell them not to rush. But I mean, hopefully after this hunt, maybe the hunt afterwards. They'll be ready. Woo. Spend an hour in the shower? You must not pay for hot water. You must be in an apartment where that is free. Is Valstrax best in slot for dual blades now? For anything weak to driving? Dual blades have such like a heavy elemental component to their damage that it's kind of silly not to use some sort of status or something equivalent on them. Eight ads? Oh yeah, no. We are in it. We are doing 8 minutes of ads an hour for 171 hours. Which, by the way, I think we are past the first 24 hours. I'm hoping that the adpocalypse will be done before I get into Italy. That's my main hope and or desire. It's only going to get worse. What if they like go to like... I don't think they'll ever go higher than 8 minutes. I don't think they actually have the capacity to run more than 8 minutes an hour. Because I've tried to run 21.5 minutes an hour. And it didn't get me any more than like 9 minutes an hour. I mean, some people are like apologists for the number of ads. I am not. Like, I know it's bad. It is a significant amount of ad time. But it's, you know, it's a really good offer. It's really good when I'm not getting other sponsors and stuff like that. It's a way to support the stream that does not involve me like begging, which I've always resisted, you know, tugging on the parasocial relationships to do. I'm very happy to take company's money. I outside of like $5 a month or whatever, I don't really want to take any viewers' money. But it definitely does have like an unintended consequence of getting you more subscribers. It's definitely true, which is like the worst kind of reinforcement. You know, it should be like, oh, you run ads, you gotta suffer now, greedy pig streamer. Nope. Just go for Raid Shadow Legends. I literally get 1 Raid Shadow Legends offer like a week. Yo, I got the news the other day that Crunchyroll was ending their Wii U support, and I'm actually kind of upset about it because the Wii U is actually one of their best platforms for watching their content, as bizarre as that sounds. Yeah, I get Twitch Turbo as well, Shay. You know the nice thing about Twitch Turbo? is if you're watching a streamer with your Twitch Turbo and they're running ads, they still get that ad revenue. So it's like you're still supporting streamers. They're also ending it on the 360, which I kind of understand the 360. But the Wii U, I don't know why. It just bothers me. Yeah, I mean, you can technically make it so subscribers see ads, but like, I don't know if anyone on the platform has that as an option. If you had like the ability at the end of a stream to drop like a 6-minute ad block on everyone, I'd be okay. How old is the 360? Did it come out in like 2005? 2004, 2005, 2006, around there? I don't remember getting it on release. I got the Dreamcast on release. That was really cool. I think I got the GameCube on release. It's possible to spec stun on dual blades. Like paralysis or KO? I'm not sure. I mean, those are two different things. So. Like punishing draw, dual blades. How was day one of vacation? The day was amazing. The night sucked, kind of sucked balls. But the day was excellent. You know, even the morning was okay. Just like the night was like bad. The sleeping isn't good. Didn't have to get a good sleep. No, it wasn't too cold at all. Weather was actually perfect. It was just like sleeping on an air mattress. It sucks. I'm not an experienced air mattress sleeper. I think there's some lessons to be learned. Oh, we got a shark. Afflict, stun, KO on BD. Dual blades. I mean, the only thing you could possibly do is run punishing draw, and I would not recommend it on dual blades. Doesn't make a lot of sense. The only time I've ever seen dual blades with punishing draw on them was Kanta did it to KO a Raw Jin for fun. How was the restaurant? It was excellent. I would gladly go there again. Hello. You a little treat? Chicken salad? You got yourself another Caesar. That is 2 Caesar salads in a row. I'm gonna report you to the police. I mean, I'll eat it. I mean, I'll probably eat it. I'm not really hungry right now. I just had some cottage cheese and stuff. Looks great. The micro kunai do KO damage if you unsheath as it goes off? I don't think so. Yeah, I got it for you. Yeah, that was for you. I got it for you. I was like, Jen's gonna enjoy this. And you did. Do air mattresses smell different abroad? No. What? Excuse me. Hey, I got a shiny. I got a mantle from a shiny. I got one yesterday. People are definitely going to think I'm hacking now. Jennifer, did you see me install cheats on this computer? You say no, but you don't say it very convincingly. Water. I did take your glass because the other one had yogurt in it, but I was afraid to run the sink because it's like, I guess it's leaking.
Is it still leaking?
I have no idea. But I did take your glass. If you want it, you take it back from me. Is it a busy job? I'm being like a glass sleeve? There were 2 glasses and one of them had yogurt in it from yesterday. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah? All right. All right, hold on, guys. I got to get some laundry. I'm using a pillow on top of this chair with a cushion. I think my ass is going to be better. Oh! My ass. All right, this. These, definitely.
Okay, those are delicate.
This. Probably these. This is fine. I don't know what I thought. Sorry, guys. We're doing laundry. Maybe this? I don't know.
What about the jeans?
Uh...
And their socks?
Yeah. Oh, are they in there? No, doing laundry now. All right. No judging. You do the same thing. I think that's good. You put that t-shirt from yesterday away, right? In that bag? You did. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
I only wore this for like an hour. All right. Make him do the laundry because I took your glass. Do you think that would be a fair punishment, Jen? That might be a punishment to her because I would probably ruin her clothes. I don't think she would win in that arrangement. Yeah, why not? Are we leaving tomorrow for that cottage? Jesus, that happened fast. News while laundry. I gotta no, but there's we're waiting for someone to finish their. We have to wait. They're taking a shower. Wait, yeah, they're taking a shower right now. We gotta wait for them. Can't do it without them. What if they never come back? What if they just like fall asleep in the shower or whatever? We're just like waiting all day for them. Isn't that like a level 4 Kushala? It's big news though. You do not want to miss it. Oh, you know what would probably be really good? People kept bullying me to make these dual blades. I need claws and bones. Bones are from Arzuros? Okay. Yeah. I will do Arzuros. I kind of hate that. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe it's fine. It's a lot of fire. But he, like, grabs you. It's kind of annoying. Anxiety is torture? Are you feeling anxiety right now? Now you're gonna make me feel bad. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you like a little. This Friday or Tuesday, you were wrong. I'm sorry. You are incorrect. The patch will come out on a Wednesday. Probably next Wednesday. It might also come out on a Thursday, depending on your time zone. How was my trip yesterday? I didn't go on a trip yesterday. I went on a trip on Sunday and Monday. We're now Wednesday / Thursday? I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Wednesday. Definitely running out of demon drugs.
What time zone? Directly under
Yeah,
my
I gotta
nuts.
tell you, man, like,
Right under my nuts is
European
where the
streamers
time
not only
zone
benefit
is.
from living in
Look
Europe
at
and not
it.
having to worry about their health insurance, they also benefit because, like, you just, like, do whatever the hell you want during the day, and, like, at a nice, cozy time in the mid-afternoon, you start streaming. Like, they are literally living the dream right now. Like, everybody thinks, like, oh, look at my little go-get-'em streamer. Nice up and early in the morning. Look at him. Look at him go. I have not done it yet. We're still waiting for the guy to get out of the shower. But in reality, it's like 3 p.m. Like, I went for a walk. I had breakfast. I had lunch. Took a nap. Just been like the laziest goddamn guy ever. Just let the VODs chug along. I'm just saying it's particularly... Why am I using fire against Kushala? What? It's almost 11 for you? Are you in Singapore? Or Japan? Or Bangkok? Australia? Damn it! So close. Let me use this. Did I work out during my stay? Do you consider walking for an hour working out? Some people may not. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. No, that's just walking. I don't have, like... He did not provide me with, like, a power cage and a barbell. So I don't really know what you expect me to do. Push-ups? I guess I could do some push-ups. Unless they announce something like a Roshi Kieran? There's like a Roshi Kieran people out there. Fans of a Roshi? I mean, he's alright, I guess. It's not that cool. I mean, if they bring back a Roshi Kieran, that means they have to bring back Kieran. I mean, I don't hate Kieran. Kieran's fun in some situations. I'll be listing while abroad. I will be running the list 1.0 for Title Update 1, for sure. Listing 2.0 is, like, active as we speak. Not that we have too many listing 2.0 people. Most people have been pretty good lately. Well, it's a very unique fight. I mean, you know, not many things take guidance from Kelby, so. Reform lister, you gonna say you love me? You're welcome. You're not getting off the list, though. Dodging is the Kelby strat. He does. He's got like the little wiggle forward. Why are you running? What is this news about the update? We're waiting for somebody to finish their shower. And then we're going to make a little video about it. We're going to try and do it live. Oh, I can't wait forever. I mean, I did tell them to like moisturize and floss and do all the things you should do, so kind of got to give them time for that. Nah, it's actually big news. It's really not like stream data. They revealed a new system. Kind of new. A returning system. That's my tease. He really angles that. Phantom Ranger. Any speculation about upcoming monsters? I am not a lister, nor do I want to be one. I mean, look, it's all good fun to speculate on monsters, but unless, like, you got, like, actual insight or data mined knowledge, it's like, kind of pointless? That makes me sad. This feeling deviants are coming. I'm going to say you are 0 for 2 on that. I mean, they're not going to be like, hey, remember Apexes? We deleted them and reintegrated the deviants. No, I mean, could they bring us, like, the Apexes in a mastering format? Yeah, maybe. This is the same person that thought the title update would come on a Sunday, so I wouldn't really. Speculation content is popular? It's a good thing I need to rely on popular content. I'll say, though, the guy that made Monster Hunter Paradise YouTube video definitely got a lot of views out of it. I'd love to see a Tetranodon subspecies. Aren't anomalies already MR apexes? You know, if you're to look at it kind of like from a 4U perspective, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're really not that far off. I mean, they behave in the sort of way that like an endgame Guild Quest monster would have behaved in 4 Ultimate. You know, they could still like put in new like rare species and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I mean that's what Husa is. I mean, straight up, he's a rare species of regular Nargacuga. So, and there's nothing stopping them from putting in like other subspecies. Let's get a screen, please, please. Can I boost the mic? I already turned the game down a lot. All right. I'm turning it down even more. Tell me if you could even hear the game at this point. It's going to be like the faintest whisper of video game sound in the background. Can't hear it. All right, hold on. I'm going to put it up to 40. Or maybe even 39. Oh, I'll put 40. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for what it is. Until I get back to the US, I'm not going to have, like, properly sound-treated rooms. Or just, like, my normal setup. Time of this email game, you have to turn up my browser and to double the rest of programs. I don't know what the problem is. Like, I am literally maxing without peaking my audio on OBS. Did I miss the video recording? No, we're still waiting for the guy that's taking the shower. Where am I? I am in Finland right now. It's a wonderful place. Highly recommend visiting at some point. Good food, nice people. Very clean. Is it my whole guy? I have no idea what you're talking about. My whole guy? I don't think it's like some weird setting that I have in OBS. I really don't. I've definitely had people that have extensions, like Better Twitch TV and stuff, that try to do, like, automatic compression that sometimes mess it up, though. What news? We're gonna talk about it soon. I'm gonna have to talk about it soon. Shower guy is just gonna have to cope soon. Texas, you gonna get it? It's actually a good question. I don't know if people had the same issue when I was streaming on YouTube. Should have just done the heavy hit. Yeah. He's actually living a little bit longer than I thought he would. I think Poison might actually be better on him than Blast. Blast is good, but should probably like make the Chameleos weapon. He's gonna blast me in the air, my god. Did have a nice breakfast though. What did I have? Like I had a croissant, and then they have these like little meat-filled pastries, and I had some cottage cheese with like some fruit I've never seen or tasted before in my life. I mean, my internet can handle the bit rates of YouTube. It's just like it can't handle them consistently. It can sporadically do 35 megabits up, and then it can only do 4 to 5 megabits up. Was it an apple? You think I've never heard of an apple before? What are you talking about? What? I had apples before. It was like a little orange berry looking thing. Is it a fig? It looked orange and a berry. I'd never tasted anything like it before. It was mixed in cottage cheese. It is an apricot a berry? Take a kumquat. Could I don't know. I've tasted an apple. It was not apple. It wasn't even 20 minutes ago. Ads again? It should have been 20 minutes ago. It's exactly 20 minutes ago. We are in the middle of an adpocalypse right now. I apologize. Could have been a persimmon. That's a good guess. I don't know. I'll have to dig the carton out of the trash can. It's not it. Describe taste. If fruit tasted like human flesh, is kind of like what it tasted like. Not that I know what human flesh tasted like. But you know what I mean. My bookmarks indicate I do know. I don't know how those got there. I do not remember saving that to my bookmarks. That would have been sweet if I got it there. Strat is working though? It's sadistic. Could be a gooseberry. I don't know. Let me look up gooseberries after this. I do remember being very, I mean, I don't know. This might be super messed up to say. Very, very interested in cannibal fiction and nonfiction as a teenager. It's really screwed up, I know. But like, I was like, people eat humans? Like I read like the Alive story. Like, I read the whole thing. I even read the chapters that were just like the parents really trying to find the kids with helicopters. They spent a lot of time and money doing that. It didn't really work. Did not work very well. It's an interesting subject. I mean, it's a very taboo one. German guy? Alive is about, what was it? It was a soccer team from a country. I don't remember the team. Argentina? Are they farming for something specific? Not at this exact moment. Would I eat a human? Could be Argentina. It was a matter of survival, like life or death. Were they already dead? I wouldn't kill somebody to eat them. But if I was starving, there happened to be a body? Depends on how long it's been since I had a meal, I guess. Is that wrong? I feel like that's most people. Come on, if you were starving to death. Hey, we got a large hollow dragon gem. I'm gonna get taken down. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's all these gems. Your break's nearly done. For love of Gallius' beard, what's the news? I'll show you like I'll give you like a little sneak peek. I've got, what do I got? Rise Tweaks is seriously a graphics setting. Everything else is just normal. I think the hamstring is the best part of Long Pig. Here's a sneak peek at what I'm going to talk about, okay? We're going to talk about it very soon. Could be in Fluffy. Oh, I don't have anything from Fluffy. It's a pack file. I seriously don't have any other mods installed. I haven't done any of it. Because that sort of stuff is annoying when there's like a title update. You don't want to have any packs installed. Weapon augments? All right. We're going to talk about it soon, okay? Hold on. Rampage mod's back. This is more like augments from Monster Hunter World. Are you more excited for the training monsters than new crafting? I think we already have a lot of monsters that are fun to fight. I mean... No, I'm gonna talk about it now, albino. I'm sorry. I think we're gonna do like the video now. I was waiting for the guy to finish his shower, but like it's been like an hour. Oh, and actually, hold on. There's one more thing that I want to find. There was a Nintendo Lister image that kind of revealed the release date. An hour-long shower? I mean, some people take a long shower. You know, I mean, look, if she could, my wife would absolutely, she would definitely take like an hour-long shower. Like like every time. I'm looking for it. I don't know if I'm going to find it. I'm looking for the picture. Oh, yeah. Here it is. All right, this is mega scuffed, but we're gonna try this. I've never done this before. All right, hold on. I gotta mute stream elements. Sorry, guys, and I'm gonna kill you for a second. Gah. Now you're dead. No one knows you're alive, and I get to eat you. And no one will hear your screams. All right, hold on. Let me put a stream marker in. Right there. Wait, what? Not raid. Stream marker. I don't know if that worked. All right, so I'm trying to create a YouTube video because I'm going to keep this computer running 24 hours to satisfy the ad gods, which means I don't have time to record a separate video, edit it, and upload it. So I got to make a video here, right now, with you guys. Eat me butt first. I mean, I guess you gotta like respect somebody's wishes. Like if you're like if I die, eat my ass first. All right. Oh, I could probably try and do a recording here. Maybe that would be good. That might be good. That might be easier than clipping it off of Twitch. I don't know. We'll see. Which parts of a human are the most tasty? I gotta make the video. I gotta make it. Okay? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry I took you guys away. I'm gonna put you back. That was rude of me. There you go. You post your emotes. All right? But I turned off the redeems. No, video's not starting. Video's about to start. All right? You'll know when I'm starting. I'll say, hello, everyone. Am I morally obliged to do it? Yes. Stop making me laugh. All right, everyone, hello. It is Shepard here in a mobile setup. I apologize, but we have some really big news on title update number 1 that I want to go with you over. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First things up is we believe to have a actual date for the title update. This was leaked by a Nintendo announcement. They'd uploaded a video, and in it, they said the title update was going to be coming out August 10th. This tracks, for the most part, if you looked at the original date in terms of the Zenny count for the Curious Crafting video, there was already a suggestion that it was going to be coming out August 10th. It's going to come out the normal midnight UTC going into the 10th, which is going to be somewhere around like 9 p.m. or so in Japan time, or sorry, 9 a.m. Japan time, somewhere around like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, it's not confirmed. You know, it could always be delayed, everything else, but it's a pretty good, reasonable guess given that the clues that we've had and the sort of information that they've been giving out in terms of exactly when the title update is going to happen. So that tracks for me. They wouldn't be putting out so much information if they weren't ready to put out the title update. If it was going to be coming out today, we would already have it. We'd already know it would be here. So it's definitely not today, but next week seems very likely. The next thing, and possibly the most exciting news, is they have given us more information on Title Update 1. So in addition to the Curious Crafting on armor, we now have Curious Crafting available to us for weapons. And this is huge. I mean, I always had a suspicion that they might give us more ways to engage with weapons, other than just giving us additional armor skills. And it would appear that, for the most part, they are straight up giving us a very close approximation to the weapon augment system that we had in Monster Hunter World. Notable exception being we do not have health augment. Thank God, normal health augment is not here. I think the methods of healing in Rise and Sunbreak are perfect. And, you know, you could go for the Blood Pact and Malzeno armor. You could go Speed Eating 3 and eat gourmet fish. You could even go Kushala's Blessing. It's really not that bad. So we really, really, really do not need health augment. But major things here, right off the bat, there are things that, of course, would be nice on every weapon. Attack boost, affinity boost, element boost. Attack boost is actually not that exciting. Affinity boost, giving yourself the last 10% affinity, can be very, very helpful on some weapons. Latent power is obviously not always easy to proc on dual blades, and obviously maximum might doesn't work there. So right now, for a lot of weapons, maximum might is nice to fill in that last 10% between your 50% and weakness exploit, 40% from crit eye. So filling that last 10% with affinity is going to be great. Obviously, I think elemental boost is going to be pretty good as well. Very easy to scale element relative to attack at this point in terms of being able to increase it. That is, of course, assuming they give us increasing amounts of element based on the weapon type. So I'm assuming attack is going to be some flat amount, probably 5 points of raw per whatever amount of gauge attack boost gives you, whereas I think element is going to scale. So you'll probably get a lot of it for a greatsword. You'll probably get a very little bit amount of it for something like dual blades. Beyond that, sharpness boost can be very interesting. A lot of times with our armor as it is now, getting that 1 point of sharpness could be really nice, so you can skip having to put handicraft in. That being said, with the armor system and curious crafting, we're going to have more flexibility with our armor skills anyways. So it remains to be seen how helpful that is. I'm cheering a little bit for Garn Golem, for him to be able to be a little bit relevant on certain matchups. Valstrax or Magnum Malo aren't very great for element in the first place, so hopefully they'll have a place. And then maybe the most important thing here is this Rampage slot upgrade. A lot of weapons right now super suffer from either a level 1 Rampage slot, so in particular Malzeno weapons. If you're doing like a TA, you're not going to be using pets, or if you're doing like double cats or anything where like buddy boost isn't going to be that significant, these weapons have been very difficult to use. I mean, obviously, if you're like me and you've just got a huge surplus of bloodstones, they're nice if you don't want to farm Valstrax, but being able to upgrade that Rampage slot to level 2 to be able to use the appropriate opposing, anti-species thing to get the extra 5% raw, suddenly they look a lot better. Not only that, but going into Title Update 1, we can assume we're going to get new decorations for level 4 slots. If we see a normal critical eye or attack up, or especially something like handicraft going into that level 4 slot, it's going to be, pretty competitive. Right now we see Valstrax almost across the board for dragon weapons simply because you don't have to run any sharpness skills. You can max out your attack, you can max out your dragon, max out your crit. You don't really have anything to worry about. But as we start getting better armor skills, so better ability to run Protective Polish or Master's Touch, plus Handicraft, the ability to have purple sharpness on top of our raw and on top of our element, I think things will gradually start to outscale Valstrax. Not only that, but being able to upgrade those Rampage slots makes it so if we've got like these level 2 Rampage slots for like Power File on Switch X, we can upgrade those to level 3, making the Power File a lot easier to run. I'm not saying necessarily that Mitsu would come out that far ahead of Daimyo Hermitar. Of course, Daimyo Hermitar has the 340 raw. It does have less water, but it does have 2 level 2 slots. So it remains to be seen, but it does make a lot of these weapons certainly much more viable. Somebody in the chat was saying, like, you take a look at things like, our Rajang tree weapons, especially something like Furious Rajang, which has 330 raw and a ton of purple, that at a level 2 Rampage slot, I mean, that's pretty cool. And there's nothing even saying necessarily that we're going to be only limited to one Rampage slot upgrade. It's very possible we could take a level 1 Rampage slot and take it all the way up to level 3. I don't think, based on the way this appears, that we're really going to be able to get ourselves more than one Rampage slot. Doesn't make sense. That could get very confusing. If you had like a level 3 and a level 2, could you put anti-wyvern and anti-aerial? Assuming they do give us that option, it would be very interesting to see if you could run like Elemental Bane plus like the anti-species if anti-species didn't stack, or if it'd be better just to run 2 anti-species. Who knows? But I do think, again, with the lack of health augment, that this is a very balanced thing that is going to give people even more things to sort of grind for. We don't know exactly how it's going to work yet. We don't know if these are going to be crafted like decorations that are going to get slotted in. We don't know what parts are going to take to, of course, upgrade the total limit on the weapon. We could see here it has, looks like 3 slots with 2 slots marked out. I don't know. Somebody is again saying weapons are rarity 10. Of course, with this title update, there's some speculation we might see rarity 11. My take would be, with the ability to do curious crafting at this point, they could probably sandbag us on rarity 11 weapons and push that further down the line, because with what they're giving us now in terms of curious crafting on the armor, curious crafting on the weapons, plus all the new weapons they're adding, plus potentially new decos they're adding, there's going to be a lot of content until the next update, which will probably be, I don't know, maybe like October, maybe November. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for now. Again, short video, just a good update for what's going on, some speculation, some sort of things for you to look forward to. Plan your calendar for it to be next Wednesday. If it doesn't happen, I apologize, but it seems pretty likely all things that's been revealed so far. Haven't done so already, check me out, twitch.tv/SDShepard. Chat, say hello. Go ahead and post your emotes. If you haven't bought the game yet, next.gg. You can buy the game for yourself or a friend if you want to get a friend group involved. Obviously, they're continuing to put in a ton of content into the game. It's looking great. Haven't yet subscribed to the channel, like the comment, like and comment. I'll continue to make videos and content while I'm here. It's going to be sort of scuffed. But until next time, it's Shepard saying good luck and have a good hunt. So you guys went all ass, huh? You just went heavy ass there, huh? That's great. That's good to know. Probably August 10th. I mean, you know, it's not like announced. So you can't be like, "Oh, it's totally August 10th confirmed." But, you know, you got pretty reasonable things to believe that it's going to be that day. You do a video in one take, impressive? I mean, normally I do. Normally I do not do it in a live take in front of an audience. And in video editing, I could very easily, like, remove, like, a misspeak or something like that. But, I mean, I think that was okay. I mean, I'm not sad with the quality of that content. You told him to like, subscribe, and comment? I was getting tired towards the end, so I stopped. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited for the weapon. Did I have a script? No. Do I look like I have a script? I didn't tell him to ring the bell. I'm not in the business of telling people to ring the bell. I don't know. I'm not a very good. The funny thing is, like, I don't do nearly half the things I should do as a content creator. I just don't care. Like, I'm doing all right. Seemed organized. Thank you. Riverpick. Thank you. Yeah, I can't. I mean, look, I wanted to wait. I really wanted to wait for Shower Guy, but like it was a long time. It was over an hour, and people were like coming in like, "What's the news, Screamer?" Subscribe on Twitch.tv. You don't got to subscribe on my Twitch. I mean, you probably should if you're not running ad block. You should probably subscribe. Or like come back in a week. What do you think is the best raw switch axe? I would run either Reconquerus for afflicted monsters or maybe Magnamolo for non-afflicted monsters. I think those are both very good choices. What do you think when you look at them? Did you watch my switch axe video? I'm not mad at you if you didn't. I might be a little disappointed though. Where are you going? You did? Did you take nothing? Did I fail you in some way? I go over the raw switch axes. I mean, I even tell you, you should probably not do raw switch axe for the most part. Element is so powerful in this game. You watch the switch axe video, you finally know what the switcher decoration does? Thank you. Some people got very mad at me for disrespecting the Garn Golem switch axe. And, like, the backflip and, like, the step move. I'm just, like, not too into them. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion, though. Like, I don't know. I have to agree on everything. I'm kind of having a hard time here. Tell them to shut up, nerds? I'm usually, like... I'm probably, like, a little annoying to argue with on the internet. I can at least admit it. There's title update news? I just recorded the video! Is Noxella still around? Are you worried he's like dead or something? Like I ate him? Like in what way? Yeah, I mean, he's still around. He's usually in the chat. He's not going to be around this early in the morning, not unless he's got like a day off from work. I think, you know, I think the fade slash is actually really good though. If you use forward overhead slash, I completely agree with that decision. If that's what you like using. Because it actually is a pretty cool combo interaction. I did not cover the news on the new sticker set. I'm sorry. I'll try and do better next time. What do we think about this damage? Doesn't seem that good, huh? I don't think Sword and Shield's that good against, like, the Sanitars. I don't know, maybe that good? Is that good? Do you have any new voice sets? I really don't know. I've been Hanoa this entire time. I don't even really like Hanoa. That's the funny thing, like, I'm not like, ooh, Hanoa! I think I kind of like it because she's happy. Do you think it's unusual having a single mastering event? I think they do the same thing on Rise Launch. I think they did. Hanoa or Minoto? I like the personality of Minoto better in general, but as a character, like with a voice, I'd rather them be happy. I don't know if that makes any sense or if that's just like the most bizarre thing I could say. I like happy characters in video games. Like I'm not really like super into games like the characters like always brooding and sad and stuff. Especially you don't have any like reason to be sad all the time. Like, oh, I'm so powerful and I'm so good with swords and magic, and everybody thinks I'm cool. I'm looking handsome today. I'm having a good time out here. Did our creature leave? I thought there was like another monster here. What if they're sad because of NTR? I don't know anything about it. You probably never killed Chaos? Would you believe me if I told you I had 100%ed all of the missions on the expansion DLC for that video game? I'm probably like one of like under 1,000 people in the world that has gone through the effort of doing that. I don't mean that as a brag, by the way. I don't mean that as a flex at all. Fernan, thank you. It's not something to be proud of. Nobody cares about that video. I wish somebody did. I wish it had like 1/10 of the support that Monster Hunter had. My hope is that people don't like actually having difficult video games. They like thinking that they have a difficult video game. I'm not trying to be elitist now, although that comes off as like mega elitist, and I apologize for that. Played it because of me. I really enjoyed it. You know, people like to chortle to themselves. I'm like, get good. The thing is, Dean, is like there are some genuinely fun boss fights in Strangers of Paradise. It's just like, unlike Neo, rather than being encased in some levels with some very interesting like mini boss and monster design, it's just like encased in absolute garbage that never changes. How many's over the DLC? I would say the DLC did almost nothing to elevate the boss selection in the game. It changed some of the bosses, and it did give us 2 new bosses. But they weren't particularly great. One of them was very easy. So, those of you unaware, the way the system design worked in Neo was you had like the base difficulty was called like Way of the Samurai. And Way of the Samurai would then lead into a new difficulty called Way of the Strong, which is basically like New Game Plus. Way of the Strong, I think, went to like Way of the Demon, into Way of the Wise, into Way of the Neo. So it's like 5 difficulties, 4 New Game Pluses. And each of those New Game Pluses, every time you went through a level, there would be slightly new enemies. You know, there'd be enemies that weren't there before. It was pretty rare for enemies to like get actually new attacks, but they would definitely hit harder. Sometimes they'd be like faster. Sometimes they'd have to be like slightly different. But for the most part, they were the same. But the level design was different. So you had to relearn the level design. You know, places you could run through before you wouldn't be able to really run through quite as easily. And it was always fun. It was always fun to go through that. And then by the time you finished Way of the Neo, I mean, you probably put in at least 100 hours, maybe more, for the average player. And then after that, they had this very long sequence called The Underworld. The Underworld was like 108 levels, semi-repeating, but again, with like some slightly different variations, and things would get stronger, and there'd be different bosses at the end of each one. And then after that, there was The Abyss, I believe. And I never did The Abyss, so I can't really talk about it. But again, those were some semi-unique levels at the very bottom of the Underworld. And so there was like a lot to do, and you were rewarded for going through different difficulties because there's different stuff all the time. For Strangers of Paradise, you had the normal mode. I mean, if you were, you know, a cool guy, you played through it on hard because you weren't a baby. And then after you beat it on hard, you unlocked Chaos difficulty. And Chaos difficulty then also had on top of it level unlocking. So you would start at, I don't know what it would be, like level 100, and then you could spend these crystals that you would have to grind for a very long time to increase the level cap up higher. So you'd go from base level 100, and then you'd push up the level on Chaos difficulty all the way up to level 200. And outside of the monsters hitting harder and having more life and getting slightly better loot, there was no difference between hard and Chaos level 200. Okay. So like you can grind it out and do it just to grind more gear and be like, okay, I guess I did all the levels on Chaos level 200, and I'll wait for the DLC. DLC comes out. DLC gives you, is it like Bahamut difficulty, I think? Behemoth difficulty? Bahamut, I think. And that gives you some slightly different gear drops. It gives you... Enemies are the same. They're still in the same position. Some of the bosses will get like slightly different patterns. They rarely got new attacks. I think like a couple guys got like a slightly different attack. And again, you get slightly better gear, but that was really it. It was really sad. It was a really missed opportunity. Can you TL didn't watch on the video? You could watch the VOD. We were talking about Strangers of Paradise and its New Game Plus and how it sucks. Because it does. I have any really good charms. One of my best ones is probably this one. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It's good for, like, not cheating. Like, I'd be pretty happy to get... I mean, I am happy to get this without cheating, so... That's it. Can I watch the VOD before the stream ends? I'm not sure what... Are you talking about the Strangers of Paradise review or the title update? You're back? I waited an hour. Signy. I seriously waited an hour. All right, I'll tell you what happened. Title update's coming out August 10th. And with it, weapon augments. It's a big deal. I wish I could give you more, but I had to go eventually. Yeah, I mean, the story was pretty good in Strangers of Paradise. The end of it was pretty ass because it was clearly very rushed. And that was sad. That was really sad. What are you going to do? And it's going to be on the YouTube at this point. I really tried to wait the full hour. I mean, I still recommend Strangers of Paradise is a video game that you play. It's just like not as good as Neo 2, which is definitely going to be cheaper and a better game. So play Neo 2 first, and if you love Neo 2, get Strangers of Paradise. And then if you beat Strangers of Paradise, you still want more, then go ahead and get Neo 1. That's the recommended order. Looking forward to more streams. It's going to be a lot of odd streams for like another week. I bet VR chat is a trip, Fire Cannon. I know people are getting mad because like they were changing the mod system or something. So I understand it. People are getting angry at the video game though. It's a VOD stream? Video on demand. It's just like replaying an old stream. Yeah, they should not have done that. I mean, unless people are cheating in like actual paid content, all mods do, as far as I'm concerned, is like add a ton of free content for people to get excited about the game about that you had to spend no dev time on. It's like literally win-win for everyone. Did I have 5 frames yet? Now, obviously, if somebody's like, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna give you all the paid stickers for free, like you got to shut that down. I mean, that's very reasonable. Whoa. Surely no one knew that for Rise. I mean, people have done that for World and Rise, and like, Capcom will DMCA you. Which is funny, because like, that means there's a guy at Capcom whose job it is to sit there and like, they see all of like the big titty, like, dong flopping mods, and they just have to like, they just gotta look at it and be like, all right. You know? They gotta look at it and be like, I'm not gonna DMCA that. Why are there so many? I don't think there's that many, and I could be very wrong about this. I don't think there's actually like a lot of mod authors that make mods for the ad revenue, but there definitely is like ad revenue on the Nexus. It's like $1 or $2 for like every 1,000 downloads. So for some people, you know, I mean that could, you know, I mean that could be like a lunch. Or more, maybe. I mean, if your mod gets downloaded like 100,000 times, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, that's an okay amount of money. A couple $100, a million times. I mean, you're getting a couple $1,000s. It's still not probably worth like the expertise and effort that you put in, but it's definitely like a little incentive. I don't know. The last time I checked the Rise mod front page, I saw like a very chiseled, glistening man-ass. And it was great. But, I mean, obviously I can't use that. You know the one I'm talking about? You know, I'm not disrespecting it. You know, everybody's got their tastes. I mean, like, whatever. You know, I mean, my only concern would ever be the same concern that Square Enix had, in that enough people start making enough content with enough modded content that they're worried that, like, the ratings boards are going to see it and be like, you know, why are people having sex in the back of that Rathalos? And they get the age rating changed, you know? Yeah, DSC makes some good stuff. We've commissioned a couple mods from DSC around here. Got the Blood mod, we got the Toadversary mod made. I love both of those mods. Oh, oops. Can the rating change post-release? I mean, there's precedent under Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And that was content that, like, you had to really go out of your way to get. But still, people freaked out. It was, like, pulled for, like, Walmart shelves or something like that. Co-adversary mod? If you remind me after the quest, I'll show you. I mean, here's what I'll say. I think video game ratings are a great thing because they should help prevent censorship of video games. In the sense that, like, you know, if you've got adult content, you're worried about your child playing adult content, having, you know, a rating on there means, like, you could be safe. But that means that developers should then be completely free to put, you know, full-on dong mods or dong content in their video game. You know? I'm a fan of it, you know? And at the same time, you know, it gives their parents a choice. You know, some kids can handle adult content. Some kids absolutely cannot. It's going to be different. It's going to be completely different on the kid and the family and what they want. And I think that's fine. Like, that's completely okay. My thing is, like, I want the game to reflect what the developer intended the player's experience to be. Dongs or no? Blood or no, or whatever. Fever's 39 Celsius? That sounds really high. You should go to the doctor and get fever medicine. Favorite dong mod? Somebody in chat used to talk about how they had this one dong mod in World, and all they would do would use the advanced aerial attack for Insect Glaive and watch the dong flop around constantly. That person was not me. But I mean, that one sounds fun. If I had to pick one, I would pick that one. You know, realistic dong physics, sure. Yeah, no, I think it had like a little helicopter action, which is exactly what you want. I mean, the worst thing you want is like a dead weight dong. I mean, you want to get like a propeller. Oh, hello, Jen. Did you hear? How much of that did you hear? You heard nothing? Are you saying that, or are you just like... All right, that's good. Sure. You're welcome to do anything you want. I mean, I'm going to be on for some time still, but it might be quieter to see if you could like take a nap in like the other room in the main house.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think you should take her up on it. Ooh, damn it. Like a dong that always points to true north, Ken laughs. That'd be potentially beneficial. I might die here. She thinks I suck now. I don't think she's watching the game. What am I doing? In place of the red arrow. See, that's how you make an immersive video game. You get rid of the HUD elements and you replace things on your character to indicate things. AC's out at your office. See, where we are now, it's cool enough we're getting by with just a fan. Like, actually getting by. Do I think Monster Hunter Rise made the franchise more popular in the West? More popular than Monster Hunter World did? I think Rise did a good job of continuing general fan excitement from the people that really got into Monster Hunter World. I don't think Rise did enough to really convert many non-fans to the game, other than maybe some people that only have a Switch. Like, I think there's a huge crossover between people that bought World and bought Rise, and people that only bought Rise that didn't buy World will probably end up buying World anyways. That's my completely unscientific opinion that is not grounded in any realm of reality. By the way, I don't have anything backing up that statement. But, you know, World's not necessarily entirely to credit its own success. I think a big part of that was the failure of Destiny 2 to be the best game it could have been on launch. A lot of people really disappointed with Destiny 2 on launch, and then, you know, took to Monster Hunter World as something to help fill the gaps. I can't talk much about Destiny as a video game. I have like no experience. I played it on launch. Destiny 1, that is. It was okay. Loot drops didn't happen enough for me, and I just stopped playing. So I don't feel like I'm not engaged in the story. Like I had to meet this guy at a table, and I just talked to him, and he's like, "Go over here and shoot these aliens." I'm like, "Isn't there a story in this game?" That could have been a me problem, though. Sydney, thank you. Why does it say you subscribed twice with Prime? That must be a bug. Sorry I didn't wait for you through the whole shower. I deeply apologize. Go over here and hunt these monsters? But, like, there's a story. A monster came out of a hole. I frequently skip dialogue. That is not true. I think that must be a bug. I don't think you can do a double Prime. That's illegal. There was a story, but it was on their website that you had to read? We printed the story on the inside of the recent boxes of Fruit Loops. Buy Fruit Loops to find out the story of Destiny 1 and 2. I've done the dialogue of any of the side characters in Elgato. Don't call me out like that, please. One day in my retirement, I'll do slow pays and actually talk to all of the side characters. Is there a monster game whose story is not a monster came out of a hole? Monster Hunter 1, it was kind of Lao Shan Long who came out of a hole. I don't think Fatalis came out of a hole, though. Dos was Kushala. Kushala came out of the sky. Lunostra came out on top of the tower. Yeah, I would. It is 100% something I would enjoy. I mean, I love these guys. These are my favorite. These guys are cool. Sky is a big hole. Is it? Is it technical? I still like need more claws. Like, I'm so afraid about what items I'm gonna need for the title update. I was gonna fight an Arzuros. So the monsters getting added to title updates worth getting excited about. Trying to think if, like, I always thought Lucent Nargacuga was a pretty fun fight within the context of 3U because he was just, like, so different. I think he'll be fun. I think Seething Basil's pretty fun, too, if they don't make the bombs as annoying. If this were realistic, how fast do you think the Red Hell Hunter would die? He wouldn't. Screamer talk about augments yet? I did. I did talk about them. What am I doing? Arzuros. Do I have like a fire hunting horn? Is that good? What? Nah, there's got to be a better one. Anything other monsters coming to outside of Lucent Seething? They've suggested that other monsters are coming. Whether or not that means there's like completely new like bodies and everything like that coming, or whether that means, you know, you're going to get another tier of afflicted, which is definitely true, remains to be seen. 335.30. I never use the Rathian Gunlance. Against Kushala, I would maybe consider it. I think I want to make this one. I need claws. All right. It's fine. We'll just fight claws. Oh, I needed a mantle there. I needed a mantle no matter what. Is there a monster I want back? I like Nergigante. He's pretty cool. Do you think they add Pickle at some point? I think we'll see him before the end of title updates. I don't know that we're going to see him in this next title update, but I think we'll see him eventually. Does Gauss take any dragon damage? No. You don't think we'll see Pickle and Sunbreak at all? It's a bold claim. Maybe I'll just do like Switch Axe. If you guys feel like I'm doing way too much Switch Axe, feel free to call me out. But I just like, I'm kind of been loving it recently. Fire's actually not even that good on them. I mean, obviously it's good in his ice claws, but outside of that, we want Dirty Graph. I love Dirty Graph. Maybe I'll use the Dirty Graph from the Arzros. Yeah, I think Nergigante and Devil Joe will show up eventually. It would be very strange not to see them. The other thing, and it's like, I don't know that we'll ever see it, but it would be odd, is if like not all of the base Rise monsters eventually got a subspecies. It's just a little weird. When do you use Power File versus Elemental Files on matchups? Well, I talked about it a little bit in my Switch Axe video. It just depends on how weak they are, you know? I mean, if it's like 15 to 20% on their main hit zone, probably want to go Power File. If it's 25% or higher on their main weakness hit zone, you probably want to go Elemental File. And then it also goes into things like, do you want to deal with Power File or not? Because Power File is obviously a lot harder to manage. And Power File also really like kind of expects for you to run the Switcher Deco. It just makes it so much easier. Yeah, not required, but heavily like recommended. Power File turns into a counterlet? I mean, it's really not that bad. I'm getting birds. It's just they're on the way. Did that not do it? What? Weird. Switch Axe do I recommend you use on Scorned? The most common Switch Axe that you'll see on Scorned is the Daimyo Hermitar. I think there's like a Power File Lightning Switch Axe that I think is also pretty good. It just depends whether you like going for the head or the arms more, depending on your combos and positioning and stuff like that you prefer. But in general, I think Daimyo Hermitar is going to be the best choice. Bangamalo is just like one of those guys, like Element's just like not that good. It's just like not that good. It's like 15 usually. Sometimes it goes up to 20. Rarely it goes up to 25. I think Water's like 25 on his back legs. Scorn Switch X of a level 3 Tarantula is a level 2. It's probably the greatest weakness of that Switch X. Everything else about it is pretty great. came out a little bit sooner than I thought. Woo. Yeah, honestly, I really want to see like a supercharged Acnesom. And Tetranodon is already like kind of hard. So like they just have to give him like a little help, and he'll already be like kind of like Chad mode. I think you might be pleasantly surprised with how much effort they're going to be putting into Rise content updates. We're not going to get like the festivals and stuff like that, but they're clearly like gearing up for like a lot. Like they abandoned us for base Rise, but Sunbreak seems to be like kind of a pretty big course correction. I'm assuming development must be going pretty well in the next project. Oops. I gotta like topple him. Not good. I mean, you know, dev effort, kind of disappointing. Like, I'm really disappointing for base Rise. There's no question. It was bad. Stickers, barely any content, definitely content that wasn't relevant with no good gear. I think Apex will be back. Well, they've already kind of incorporated some Apex moves into some of the monster's base move sets, right? So Zinogre already has like some small vestiges of Apex Zinogre. Not saying it's impossible. Not saying we're not going to see Apex Zinogre. But I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like they'd rather focus on other things. I think he wants to run, but like he can't because he's like within that thing. Oh, I mean, if you somehow started Rise on PC and you did not play it on the Switch, I mean, you had a great time. You'd be like, yay! Look at all these title updates. Look at all this content I get on launch. Alright, I'll live with that. Bailed on post-mag? Like, post-Magnamalo? Like, Village? What? Or like, post, like, Narwa? Really? Wow, you dropped it way quick. There's no justifying that. You can at least get to, like, whatever MR uncap rank. I'm not even saying that it was justified grinding up to and beating Allmother, but at least beating like Chameleos or whatever. Well, I mean, we knew PC release was coming out from the moment that they announced the game. There was never any question about if it was coming out, it was just like when. People using Rathalos Switch Axe over Magmadron? Rathalos is Power 5. It's honestly probably a better choice against Gossarog, given his weird elemental hit zones. Which, they are very weird. And Power File is very good, if you're using the Switcher Deco. I've got a video on it on my YouTube. Magmadron does have the benefit, though, of, like, raking the Ice Blades a bit more efficiently than Rathalos. But Rathalos is going to be better overall for, like, his kill times. Yeah, we just went down at Kinesis. What do you think? Is there a certain weapon you're excited for that has gotten punished based on its rampage slots or otherwise? Could end up making the Rathian gun lances a little bit better. Gun lance shelling upgrades, obviously a possibility. Furious Rajang actually, like, with a level 2 rampage slot is going to be sick. All that purple sharpness. 330 rod, like, reasonable thunder. I'm going to do a buff boy. Well, I mean, this is definitely making the Morb Xeno Switch Axe better. Because presumably you'll be able to get 2 upgrades on the Rampage slot. You can get it up to level 3 for the Switcher. Is Fierce Rajang good on dual blades? Normally, like, Narwa kind of eats the lunch of everything. Things that are weak to Thunder are usually pretty weak to Thunder. Maybe against, like, Mitsu? Yeah, I'm aware of the marionette spider changes, but I didn't find it particularly update video worthy. It affects some people. It's affected me before. What would it take for it to outpace Valstrax or Death Stench Switch Axe? Well, it's got that purple sharpness, like, right there. We can look at it afterwards. If Malzino's gonna get a sub. I think that's kind of doubtful. I mean, he doesn't really need one. He might get like an Afflicted, or they might make some like additional cosmetic changes. Like he'll definitely have like a stronger form than what we have now. After the Afflicted nerf, I highly doubt they'll increase difficulty. I mean, they only changed it on level 1 and 2. They just wanted to give people a smoother transition into Afflicted. The thing is like, there's people complaining on both sides. There's people complaining the game's too easy, and there's people complaining the game's too hard. So, like, obviously the truth is somewhere out there. I think, for the most part, they've really followed their vision. Also, I mean, you haven't downloaded the update. It didn't feel like a huge nerf to Afflicted 1 and 2. Like, if anything, it only shaved off like a couple thousand life. It really, I don't think, was super significant. I think it was just a pacifier. You know, the game's at a point where you'll still randomly cart. So, you know, I've triple carted more than a handful of times now, which is good. Still can't cleanly bean Arzuros. I was actually going to go for him next. That is like no claws. Sucks. People wanted to see the dirty graph. I think the game's too easy. I think this is great. I think the game is in a very good place right now. Certainly the upgrades are going to make everything that we have now way easier, Kinezes. But at the same time, we're going to have a higher tier of Afflicted to fight, and presumably harder monsters. Yeah, I mean, people want their power creep. You know, and also we'll be getting like event quests fairly soon. That will also presumably have harder things in it as well. You want Pekko back? He is not coming back. Not for this video game. Whenever we can mod high rank armor, I mean, I think every master rank piece armor is like objectively better than the high rank. Is this the VOD? Yes, this is the VOD. This is pre-recorded content. Yeah, usually event quests will give you new layered or stickers or poses. Yeah, this is exactly what the post game should have felt like. I mean, the funny thing is like, we haven't even got the update, but we're already satisfied by it. Like, what a great place to be. I should put rerun one time, but have it be live just to prank you. My viewer's psyche is already fragile. I don't need to be gaslighting anyone. Glad nauseum. Good morning. Is actually it's afternoon for me. What is it? 4 o'clock here. What does the update provide? It is curious crafting, weapon upgrades, weapon augments. It's a pretty big deal. New monsters, better afflicted. Poison Kezu, they just gave us like the equivalent of like Giganox. I wouldn't hate it. Oh, this has Master's Touch, I think. Can't reach it. Can't reach any. Maybe Dirty Groff was like a poor choice. Fumalo. Perfect timing on that. Oops. Layered weapons? I could see them giving us layered weapons possibly as the final title update. I still... this is an unpopular opinion. I like that we don't have layered weapons. I like that our weapons have individuality behind them. And I get the sense that Suzuki feels the same way. He spoke to me in a dream. That's what he told me. Why am I a bad person? We're all born with evil in our hearts. John Shaft, thank you. Am I allowed to snail meme in your Discord or is it too spammy? I have no idea what the hell that is. So I'm going to say no. I don't know what that is. Don't do it. Get wrecked, Benabra. Ever play Hearthstone? On launch, I did. I don't even think I played it until like the first expansion. The one competitive digital card game I got the most into was the Capcom card game, Tekken. I was briefly ranked #1 in the world for it. Is Arzero's weak to poison? Not particularly. He's also not weak to poison. Am I using Foray? Nope. I don't have any good way of getting Foray yet. I don't have like a good... I have like a good talisman for it. Excuse me? I guess I should sharpen. But I guess the one nice thing about poison is like it will gradually get rid of his afflicted state. Ooh. Sometimes he hits hard, huh? Oh, absolutely. I mean, skills like Foray are going to be like the ones that benefit the most with the curious crafting. Because, like, there's skills you'd love to run, but, like, you can't really justify running them because, like, they're good, but they're still, like, kind of meme tier. Same thing with Grinder S. Like, you'd love to run it, but, like, it's just so hard to fit on Ibushi weapons. Because, like, Ibushi weapons don't have any slots. You definitely want some protective polish. And then, like, what about your crit? What about your attack? There's a lot of considerations. 8 ads. Oh, yeah, we're mid of adpocalypse right now, Kinezes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I probably should put a warning in the title. We're on a vacation schedule right now. Yeah, I gotta update the title on that. I gotta update that command. Maybe I'll do it after this quest, actually. I mean, there's no doubt Grinder is like one of the best damage skills in the game. It's just like fitting it, you know? I just don't have a charm that I'm happy with to use yet. Jesus, did he shoot it out twice? We don't need to put Adpocalypse like front and center. We can put it after we put them out there. I'm gonna update it. Hold on. Does Feline Pyro affect anti-dragon bombs? I don't think so. Here. I'm gonna put it right here. I got it. I got it. I'm changing it. And then I gotta update the Adpocalypse as well. That's gonna be like until the 9th, I think. Kind of, sort of. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Marathon 24-hour stream until August 9th. Unsubs will be waterboarded with 8 minutes of ads per hour. All right. Let's see where we are. How close are we? How far into this are we? I just updated it. It says we are 26 hours into it. Start. It's definitely a start. It reminds me of that one Onion video where they're talking about feeding people like increasing amounts of garbage on their pizza, and they're like, we found that people actually will eat anything on a pizza crust. That's how I feel about the Adpocalypse. I wish I could have gotten everything set up like a day earlier to have it run earlier. What's your favorite hunting horn to use and design-wise? Well, if I could only pick one hunting horn, I guess it would be Teostra, but Teostra's actually not that good compared to like the other elemental horns. If something's weak to thunder, Narwa's the best. Design-wise, like the sound it makes? I don't know. I guess Valstrax sounds kind of okay. Valstrax is a good hunting horn as well. How you doing? How did you sleep with me talking? Do you think we need to craft multiple iterations of weapons and armor to really dig the augment system? There's definitely going to be reasons to create multiple different versions of the armor. I don't know that there's going to be too much of a reason to make too many different copies of the weapon. If that makes any sense. Situationally, yeah, maybe. But I think for the most part, it's going to be, like, fine. How was the Swedish restaurant? It was really good. I got a Caesar salad with fresh prawns. Someone was harassing me saying, like, oh, you went all the way to Finland and a Swedish restaurant to get a Caesar salad, but, like, I was just there for the fresh seafood, and they had it. I wanted something like, look, I'm gonna be going to Italy, like going into like a carb like binge for 2 or 3 weeks. If I don't come back 5 kilograms fatter, it'll be a goddamn miracle. And that's with me like walking for an hour a day in the morning. We are gonna get the Chinese food. I don't know when. I guess if we don't do it tomorrow or tonight, then I guess we're not doing it tonight. I guess it's got to be tomorrow, or like when we get back. Yeah, there's gonna be actually no stream. There's gonna be no live stream starting either tomorrow or the day after. I'm gonna be in a cabin, and it's gonna have like no internet, so I'm just gonna be running. I'm just going to be running VODs for like 4 days. And by the time it's done, it's the adpocalypse should be over. By the time I'm back, it should be close to being over. I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm going to be in a cabin with no internet. Yeah, as a cabin in the woods, yeah. I have a remote desktop software installed on this computer, so if something goes horribly wrong, I could try and like tweak it. Does anyone know how long you could actually run a Twitch stream for before it shuts down? I'm assuming you could go for like at least a week before it like says like, hey, you got to restart. If I find a weird book in the cabin, don't read it aloud. I will absolutely read it aloud. Seen people stream for a month? That's screwed up. Turn off your stream. Don't do that. 72 hours? All right, I need to do like 96. Roughly 96. Guess I need more claws. 465 days. That's crazy. How did their like... That's like more of a testament to like their internet not crapping itself than anything else. So like this is a good choice for like the Rathalos switch axe. Although I don't know where my fire switch axe is at the moment. I know I have one. Element is great on everything now. It's difficult to make the case that you should never run Element ever, because it's just good. August 32nd? Hell yeah. Can I bring you along the next hunt? Nope. You are a mushroom. Stock in Monster Hunter Free Ultimate. Got a lot of level 1 slots here. This is good. It's like alright. Didn't the Finnish friends want to have a stream? Could they do that while you're gone? I'm leaving with my Finnish friend. Where do you think I'm going? I'm going with them. I'm not like abandoning them to go to some woods. It's their cottage. I think that's about... What are you laughing at? I see you giggling in the court, chortling to yourself. She just stares and walks away.
Thank you very much.
Living alone in the cabin? I mean, it'd be fun, I guess. Only eating pasta? Well, I'm in Finland now. I'm not in Italy. Please get it straight. Thank you. I might. In Italy, my in-laws have insisted on only getting a mobile hotspot for the internet. So it is extremely likely that I'll have to like leave and go to like a hotel or a B&B and stream from there, which makes me kind of sad. But what are you gonna do? That was their choice. I told them I'd pay for it. They decided not to do anything. How much does data cost there? I mean, it's apparently like $20 or $30 a month for the mobile hotspot. It's the same price for fiber, but you have a 2-year contract. And like I told them, like I'd pay for the 2-year contract. They still got the mobile hotspot. You missed the news announced 2 hours ago. You did miss the section of the stream that we talked about it in, yes. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. All right. I said if it works, obviously I'm going to stay there and stream from there. But if it doesn't work, then I gotta go. I'm not gonna miss like 3 weeks of streaming to sit in a room and I don't know, watch anime and eat pasta. Can watch the VOD at 10 minutes of ads per hour. I don't get any ads. I am a Twitch Turbo user, appreciator. Look, I am confirmed studying Japanese, okay? I'm doing it for you. I'm trying to translate Monster Hunter things. Watch anime and eat pasta? First world problems? I care very much about my stream. In person or online? Well, they, Oh, I didn't mention it. Yeah, so, right now I'm only doing Duolingo, which is arguably not very good at teaching you a language, but it gets you familiar with it. I signed up for the class yesterday. I did my class registration in person at a college. Well, the sign up is to do the class in person in college. The sign up was done online. But for real, I mean, all politics aside, when I'm in Italy, I am 100% going to see if I can get a smallpox vaccine, because I do not want to be on a college campus when like monkeypox is like hitting a fevered pitch, you know? No thanks. I saw how well our country was able to cope with like coronavirus. I am not willing to find out how they handle monkeypox. Don't let any of the students run up against me. I mean, it could just be you sit at a desk that somebody who had monkeypox sat in and rubbed it all over the desk, and now I'm sitting at the desk and now I got the monkeypox. Wear a gimp suit. I mean, if I could socially get away with wearing like a full body latex suit and a gimp mask, you know, that'd be great. I would do that. That would protect you. I hate monkeys or something. I love monkeys. I dislike poxes of any kind.
No.
I mean, usually the dumb people in zombie movies are just like making like kind of like impulse decisions. They're not like actively going out of their way to like kiss zombies. Long sleeves and pants? I will definitely be wearing long sleeves and pants, at the very least. It's a really unfortunate thing that the CDC did. They really made it sound like, oh, you only have to worry about this if you're gay and a man. Which is insane. I mean, obviously, like, you know, those could have been the first groups that had it, but it's like, they made it almost sound like it's very unique, that only that group could possibly get it. Talking about the dude that gets bit and hides it. There are pictures of people on the goddamn subway with like active monkeypox that are saying like, oh, my doctor told me only gay men have to worry about this, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gay, so I can't have monkeypox. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, you've got a pox. You've got scabbed sores all over your body. Doctor said it's okay. And obviously we're going to have therapeutics and stuff like that, but untreated monkeypox apparently has got like an 11% mortality rate. which seems to be at least double a coronavirus. So, I don't know. That's worrisome. You wouldn't go out in public if I was sick in general? And you know what, though? I think that is, like, 95% of people are that way. Like, if you feel really sick, like, you're going to do the best you can not to go outside and get other people sick. Like, most people are like that. But just enough people are not like that, and that's where the problem is. It's just weird in the US because, like, we act as if we've got free healthcare, and, like, we don't. We do not have free healthcare. I mean, the weird thing is, like, with like, remote being what it is, like, it's really not even any excuse anymore. I mean, I get it. In a lot of situations, you're sick. Like, you can't just afford to be like, I'm going to take the day off from work. Like, I understand. But, like, so many more companies are giving people the ability to just work from home. You know, the infrastructure is there. It's just, like, no excuse. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I hope your streamer doesn't get poxed. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, there's certain parts of the country it's just, like, not possible. Or certain jobs it's just, like, not possible. But it's funny because, like, we had, like, a ton of smallpox vaccines, and then we eradicated smallpox, and then we just destroyed all the vaccines. This is, like, in the 70s or 80s? And then, like, 20 years ago, we were worried that, like, smallpox could get used as a weapon, so, like, we re-immunized some people, but, like, we don't have a stock. Like, we don't really have, like, a stockpile of it, so. Presumably, they're getting on that. Crazy times, everyone. Stay safe, please. I love you. Please stay safe. Can I do this? No. I mean, they obviously, they still have, like, you know, cultures and you know, original, you know, cultures and stuff like that of the various poxes to redevelop vaccine and gear it up again. And some countries still do have a huge stockpile. Italy has like 5 million vaccines on hand. It's just, you know, there's kind of a stigma against getting it. It can have side effects. You can get like a little scar from when they give it to you. I think very rarely, like, you can have some serious health consequences, like if you got an immune system problem. I am not a doctor. But you have to be aware if you've got, like, immune issue problems. More so than, like, a lot of other vaccines that are, like, completely fine. Oh, he'll kill you. He's gonna kill me. Oh. I remembered! No, I didn't die. This has been going, okay. Not this part. But everything else has been okay. For Aurora Sonic Camp, that is. I love the way the Rathalos switch axe looks. I love the way a lot of the Rathalos weapons look. I'm glad they're good now, because like they were such ass in base rise. I don't even remember if there was anything that was okay. I think like the insect glaive was usable, but not good. Like the way I look? Thank you. This is not like this is not my best setup. Although somebody did say yesterday, like, wow, Shepard, love the look, man. New camera, you're looking great. Thanks. For the most part, I thought I saw like a lot of runs with Rampage, Power File, with Fire on it. I look like I'm in Nirvana. It's just like blow the light out. Dual blades were good for Apex, Arzuros, Chameleos? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, Elemental Exploit maybe is okay. Do I still have the smoothness filter on? I think I'm still on smooth skin level 1. I'm gonna use it. If it's on there, I'm gonna use it. Did I get any sleep last night in the end? I slept during the day. Yeah, there's 3 levels of smooth skin. Engage level. I don't want to mess with the settings. I would, but I don't want to. Well, let's give claws. $50,000 people? That's really sad, but honestly, 50,000's like, by modern disease standards, that's nothing. That's so messed up. I sometimes occasionally go and check at death estimates for the Black Death versus coronavirus. I know I messed up. I know I'm a messed up person. But I do occasionally, and I look at that. We're gonna get, I think we're gonna get there. What I think about the Taylor Swift thing? Flying in her airplane every other day? It's kind of a dick move. Hey, why not just take a limo? Like, it didn't even seem like she was, like, saving that much time. Is, like, traffic that bad where she lives? She's allegedly, like, last year, she, like, flew on her private plane, like, every other day. Hot dogs are great alone. Some are a lot less transmissible. Well, if it's got a low transmissible rate, but a very high death rate, I mean, I know which one I'd rather have. Apparently she wanted to reduce taxes by changing states. Did she do that by, like, living in the air? I think there's obviously not very good record keeping for the Black Plague, but it's somewhere between, I think, 75 and 150 million. But you got to keep in mind, I mean, that was society with, like, essentially no disease prevention things. Wait, what? Why am I... What? Hold on. Wait, no! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have to witness this. Yeah, I mean, if she was flying first class every day, like, I don't think anyone would care. Like, whatever. There's still plenty of other people on that plane. But just like the fact that she's like in a private plane every other day, it's like kind of screwed up. Oh wow, that's a big hit. Is this the real me? Nope, this is a recording. Is that a hit? Did I hit anything? Well, like, I don't. I mean, obviously, having a private airplane is like one of the absolute most bougie things you can do. I don't necessarily like have any issue if somebody has a private airplane. It's just like have some awareness of your carbon emissions to that degree on an individual level. I don't know. Sometimes my stream makes me think I'm a better player than I am. Thank you. You're welcome. Sounds like a very backhanded compliment, but you know what? It makes you feel better. That's a good thing. Do I? No. No. Pure the height of opulence for any given human is having like a private yacht or a private plane. And I am not at that point. I am at a high degree of opulence in that I am in the process of owning a home and I have my student loans paid off. That's like modern day bougie. I mean, who's to say though, like what's required for a golf cart? And I'm 28, and I did it all at 28. What did I study? My undergraduate was in political science and sociology. I also studied human rights. Ended up coming to the conclusion, this is going to sound terrible, human rights are a load of crap. I know that's going to sound awful. I'll explain it someday. And then I got a master's in economics. I know it's going to sound terrible, but it's true. Leave it at that without context. It's fine. You're cute. Don't be jaded. I'm not jaded. I think the concept of human rights are amazing. I think the most people that get involved in human rights are not people that really care about human rights. Because it's always like, oh, look how terrible these things are. Shame we could never do anything for anyone ever. That's what it comes down to. If it was really about like, hey, let's try to like objectively help people in need, obviously it'd be great. That is not usually how much most human rights conversations come down to. It comes down to, okay, so we think this company is engaging in modern-day slavery. We should probably do something about that. And the people that have any sort of like influence or power or pull, for the most part, are like, yeah, that's so bad. We got to raise awareness. Like, well, the awareness isn't the issue. The awareness, it's really stopping it. It's stopping modern day slavery. You don't need to be aware of it. We just need to stop it, like not supporting. Like, nope, no can do. Sorry. No. Just need awareness. Just need people to be aware of how bad the human rights are. You need to feel bad about yourself, but we don't need to do anything about it. I'm not saying necessarily everybody that gets involved in human rights is a bad person or does it for glorified egotistical reasons. I'm just saying that maybe the majority of you do. Maybe I change the filter on my profile pic more often. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Is that like a Facebook thing? Twitter thing? I just flew ass first in that. That was sweet. I mean, it's interesting that as a young person in the United States, I was so compelled to want to investigate human rights, but at the same time, the United States itself does arguably the most harm to its own citizenship out of any country that like doesn't need to. Like, no real healthcare system, No real support for labor unions. You know, nothing for like actual like paternity and maternity leave. Yeah, go down the list. You know? I'm like, oh, but you know what? Their human rights in China are so much worse. Like, I'm not saying they're not worse. I'm just saying, like, you know, like clean up your own mess first. That's all I'm saying. But there won't. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. So it's very easy to get jaded about it. You know, and you know, there's quite a bit of confusion. You go to China, you've been told that there's all these human rights abuses, and you'll see them all the time, and yet you see plenty of people going about their life and day, and you know, their job is secure, and they're able to always have food and stuff for their family, and the state is constantly working overtime to make sure that they're going to get taken care of. I'm not saying China does not do a ton of terrible things. They absolutely do. Absolutely. I'm just saying, you know, not as bad as they're made out to be. They're not the 10-headed demon or whatever that we want to say they are. And I swear to God, there's like CIA ops on YouTube now of people that are like straight up getting paid money to create like anti-China propaganda. Like, I swear to God, there's no way somebody has that much time in their day to like constantly be crapping on China. Unless like you were a spook op. No way. It has to be. It like absolutely has to be. I'm not saying there's not a lot of people out there that will be like, yeah, Chinese the bad guys. Yeah. I'm wrong about that? Okay. I mean, that's your opinion, I guess. Oh, that's like... There would never be a CIA spook op. I don't think I could reach it. I mean, if it was like, if we had like global citizenship, let's say the US joined like the EU, which never happened. But let's play make-believe, and you were just able to go to any European country, visa-free, and live there with no issue. Like, I cannot believe you would not have like a lot of people like, oh, sweet, and they would just move. I mean, the U.S. is just perfect. Like, it's a perfect capitalist country. Like, it has become like the literal definition of capitalism at its worst. Ugh. Why is that so much damage? I hope I don't die. Could just go live in an EU country as part of the EU. It means open borders for travel, not living. Well, you still need like a reason to like live there. You can't be like, yo, France, I live here now. They're gonna be like, no, you don't. You don't have a green card or citizenship. I'm not saying it's impossible to get one of those things, and I'm sure some countries are way easier than others. You know, I don't know. I mean, I've done no research. I've heard the Germany's pretty good about that. Just like want to live there. Why is this like Rachna have so much life? I thought it would just die. And, like, it hasn't died. Very Day would be a good resource for this info. I mean, maybe. I mean, it helps that he already has his own kind of sort of. I think he's from the UK, which technically is not part of the EU anymore. Oops. What if I'm a parasocial parasite, Z-Cart, and I make my money by being a clown on the internet? Am I still welcome in an EU country? almost good. What EU country would I pick to live in? I mean, low cost of living, good food, and fast internet are all I really care about. Yeah, I already did it, William. The stream's been going for like 2.5 hours. Do you ever stream Mods in the World anymore? You don't watch the stream? It's okay. You didn't see the all credits challenge. I get it. You didn't see the second all credits challenge that I did just before the game came out. I understand. Not real fan, fake fan. Romania? I've heard Romania is actually pretty good about that stuff. Well, the All Monsters Challenge, I mean, the world was just like a glint in the eye of that. No, I mean, the entire month of June, we did an all credits challenge, so most of it, until the release of Rise. Why does Magmadron have such like a weird attack? We did play some Dauntless, it's true. I like Dauntless. Played my first Monster game 3 weeks ago. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. I don't know what their deal is, but they're very sus, so I just got rid of them. I don't know if there's like some sort of like next stage like posting algorithm or something. I don't know what it is. But not interested. Sorry, not sorry. I don't really care. Have I got some rest? Kind of, sort of. It was just weird. I don't know, like, it's like it's a weird flow of conversation. I just get a vibe. You get a vibe for some people, you know. It's the best moderating. It should be employed more. People are always like, what the hell, streamer? Literally 1984. You've killed that man. And you know what? Good. I would ban them. Oh, look at all these rewards. It's your channel. You can ban whoever you want for whichever reason you want. Somebody's looking for the VIP. You accidentally predicted the world cutscene. You got banned for that? You got listed, okay? You didn't get banned. If you did get banned, well, you deserved it. Is my chair seat comfy? No. Almost looks like a rocking chair. You want to look at it in detail? I put a little pillow on it. I hope I don't break it. This is for my ass. It's an old chair, I think. I don't want to mess with it too much. I don't want to break it. There's like no cushion. There's like barely a cushion there. So I'm sitting on a pillow. My back is gonna... You want to see what I was using before? Here. I'll show you. It's like streaming on a dildo. Like this was like in my ass. Some like old computer chair. I don't know where they found it, but it was going into my anus the entire time. Take the exercise bike from Bruno. Put the dildo on the bicycle seat. And that's basically what that was. I'm going to buy Kinder Eggs at the toy site. I don't really eat much candy. Show the penetration streamer. If you go to the VOD yesterday, that's what I was sitting on. So, yeah. No, I mean, you check that out. I mean, when you see me grunting in pain, that is like the chair working its way into my butthole. It wasn't like I was groaning, oh, my ass, oh. No, it hurt. I was in pain. Oh. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. My ass hurts. It was not a good type of pain. Gonna be bargaining with my friends if I could buy the chair and bring it home. I mean, don't get me wrong, my ass still kind of hurts in this chair. It's still a little bit of pain. Takes time to get used to. You want to work your way up to that chair. For sure. That is not your starter chair. That is, that's a chair like you gotta get a starter kit for that one. You gotta go up in stages. Must have a flat ass. I do squats and stuff. Like I'm not gonna claim to be like dummy thick or anything, but like I've got some butt. It's just like when there's like something going into your butt or you got no padding, like, yeah, it's uncomfortable, man. Like I'm sitting here for like 4 hours, 5 hours. If I sat you on a concrete slab for 5 hours and you weren't allowed to stand up, you'd be okay with that? Or if I put a large dildo on your seat and just made you slowly slide up your crack, you'd be okay with that too? I'm just telling you my problem, okay? It's a me problem. I'm not saying it's an everyone problem. All right, it's a me problem. This should be okay for the rest of this fight now. I think. Glad to be here, I think. Streams. I should never do this. This is such a bad idea. Nama Horn is extremely good. Oh, is he? He's right up. Crab is a little hard. For Gunner especially, I bet he'd be difficult. Does Quick Breath cleanse bleed? It should. I'm mostly hitting the claw. It's not a terrible thing. We kind of want to break the claws eventually anyways, right? Slickbind Mooniv is amazing. It's very good for Element. That's for damn sure. It makes elemental builds like really possible. I don't even really think so much about using the other wire bug moves anymore, and they're still really powerful. Echo attacks are not affected by element. On Hammer, they are not. If we're talking about like the impact burst on hammer, they do not get elevated. But on hunting horn, they absolutely do, and the scaling is really good. I've got guides on both of them. Not plugging super hard right now, but you might want to check out my YouTube. Does not necessarily mean element is useless on hammer. It just means it gets like a little bit less of the juice than hunting horn does. I don't really like being in blue, but at the same time, like, you know, I'm kind of going on. So I'm just gonna wait till a good break in the combat to switch over. Or if I hit green. Watching Critical Role? I know it's a popular series. I used to actually kind of watch, this is, I mean, almost embarrassing with how his show ended up going. I used to really like watching Tabletop, Will Wheaton's show. And then it got to the point where I got into board games and I started noticing like how much they just kind of like ignored the rules. Like, and not like small rules mistakes, but like extreme rules mistakes that were like dramatically changing the outcomes of the games they play. And I'm like, man, that's a little annoying. And then it got really bad in season 3 to the point where like fans were complaining, and he started like throwing like his interns under the bus. And I'm like, yo, that's not cool, man. You gotta own that, dude. You make a mistake, like you gotta take that on your own chin. Don't blame your interns. It was like production staff or something. He was blaming something. He did not blame himself. So that's around the time when I kind of like stopped watching it. No, I mean, I'm glad they're having fun. Like, you'd still get the general vibe of the game, but like, it was to the point sometimes like they'd get the rules so wrong that like you wouldn't even have a good idea of what the game was like. Like they just made up their own game. So like you could go in and be like, all right, I guess I'm gonna do the tabletop rules set, because this is not how the game is played. He's a stickler for that? Is he though? Is he really? Is he really, though? Because I would argue he's not a stickler for that. A stickler would not, like, rely on somebody else to explain the rules to them. The stickler would be like, I'm going to go to the rules, and then I'm going to go to get my own understanding, and then I'm going to go to tabletop discussion thread, the Board Game Geek, and see what people are talking about there. Give clarification on rule sets. You know, say like what some of their own house rules that they like to use. He's not the guy that would blame someone. It started off very much. I mean, I'll find it. I will find the post. I mean, if anything, nowadays he's absolutely not like that because he saw like what the backlash was. But I remember there was a series of Reddit posts. It took like 3 or 4 posts before he's like, all right, I screwed up. I'm sorry. Do a scoring Magnum Molo run? Okay. I'm only getting stuff about... Oh, here we go. Maybe. Did Will Wheaton throw his producer under his bus? Under the bus. Was his apology for the rules screw-up on Tabletop a real apology? Is he breaking his own rule and being a dick? So there was a huge Reddit thread on this. They have done way more research than I have. It was 7 years ago. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just telling you. Like, and again, like, I got his episode on Betrayal on the House on the Hill on Tabletop Season 1 was really fun, and it made me think like, well, maybe board games are fun. So I Reddited back then. I used to go on Reddit regularly, well, at least daily. It's not the case anymore. It's absolutely not the case anymore. mean, that's a lot of raw and water, huh? Maybe it's enough. I don't know. It's probably not good. I'm 20 and I don't understand Reddit. You know what Reddit's really good for, Zany? If you got a question and when you search Google for your question, you just get a bunch of like affiliate ads. And you want to get like a real review on something that may or may not be real, but might be authentic. Type in your question, you type Reddit afterwards. Some people say like they like Reddit for porn. I think it's weird. I don't want to like, I'll be like, hey guys, let's all jack it to this thing. What are the plans for tonight, guys? What do we got in the hopper? Better than Quora? I get Quora in my email, and I will admit to being baited into clicking on it occasionally. It's about as much. It's about as helpful as Reddit is in that regard. I mean, Reddit is better than Quora for like actually like legitimate content. For a very long time, Quora was only serving me stuff about like superheroes, and like occasionally it'd send me an email, be like, what if Superman and Spider-Man had a baby? And I'm like, all right, I'll read that. That's really weird. Just to see what somebody has to say on that topic. And then I think I clicked like a couple threads that like related to like military. I'm like, oh, that's neat. I wonder what that is. And then it straight up started to like send like white supremacist stuff to me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, Cora? Why does this exist? And why are you sending it to me? And so I said, A, do not recommend that to me anymore. And I don't really click the Quora things anymore. I'm good. I am good. Not right. So yeah, I don't know. They are monetizing that, possibly in a way that Reddit, I guess, tries not to monetize anymore. But who's to say? When it was just like weird questions about Spider-Man and Superman having babies, though, it was okay. Do I hate you now? I don't hate you. Why would I hate you? Have you done anything worthy of hate? Hate is a very strong emotion. He is paralyzed. He's almost KO'd. This will probably KO. Can babies separate universes? That's not going to stop. I saw a lot of things were like, what picture is worth 10,586 upvotes? And it's just like a dumb meme picture. It's like Facebook for academics. I feel like you're almost giving it too much credit. It's the place to go on the internet for either like semi-reasonable, like easily Wikipediable researched results on things, or just wildly bad takes. I've seen things like I am a such and such an academic and I've got my stuff here, but yeah, it's not a good website. Saw somebody on Reddit complain Monster Hunter Rise is too easy and only plays low rank. I don't believe that. That's a troll post. That is 100% a troll post. There's no way that is true. There's no way. There's no way. That's the problem. I feel like nowadays, like, people are like losing the ability to see like the difference between a troll and not a troll. Because like bad takes gets more attention. So like they just do it on purpose. Like, wow, this person's so dumb. Like they want you to think they're dumb. I mean, Something Awful is just like old and crusty anyways. I mean, I don't even read it nowadays. So we kind of want to get the arm here, I guess. I mean, it's always nice to try and give somebody the benefit of the doubt, Ed. But, like, it's not... I don't know. I'll just say I don't regret any of my bans. I regretted some unbans. Am I using Slugger 3? No. It's so funny just doing like normal Big Bang. No. I'll sometimes use Slugger 1. When Slugger Secret is a thing, sometimes like it's a little meme worthy. Sometimes I'll run Slugger 3. Or Slugger like 5. Free Meat Man? Meat Man's not banned. Meat Man is completely free. Now, Meat Man maybe helped contribute to me disabling text-to-speech donations. That's for damn sure. How's Finland? It's really nice. What do you eat? It's like a lot of seafood here. They also really like bread, and apparently they like coffee, although I haven't really like seen too much evidence of that yet. Meat Man didn't do anything. Meat Man is maybe a little hypersexual, but is over a ban? I don't know, maybe. Probably. No! What am I doing? Why did I do that? If I hit the other button, maybe I would have actually survived it. He walked the line too well? I wouldn't even say he particularly walked it very well. But it was pretty sweet getting those ransoms out of him. Okay, I gotta heal. He's running away anyways. He is not running away. Do I like the groveling? Of course I do. Diablos might actually be kind of fun, afflicted. Because, like, he takes, like, a lot of ice. So, like, it'd be fun an elemental choice. Rathalos is going to suck. Oh, shoot. Damn. So much damage. Afflicted Steve will probably be in the next title update. Afflicted Espinos? Yeah, I mean, if you eat for, like... Or if you have, like, poison and prayer resistance, he really can't do too much to you. There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of shinies over here. I mean, I don't know that... I don't know that Afflicted Rathalos is really going to be flinch locked by anything. Show big news. We already talked. We're gonna get a YouTube segment up on it. Look at all these shinies. I think I'll slurp a dash juice. For some people, the ass moaning was probably the biggest news of the day. Yeah. Winding augments make the game too easy? If you're in low rank. I don't think it's going to be too easy. Which ones are complaining? I don't even know. I don't even like engage in other content creators. It's probably a bad thing. I probably should. I think the difficulty is in a great spot right now. I'm sharpening. All right, so it's a good question. Like, is sharpness augment just gonna like move the sharpness thing down, or is it possible to give us like purple on things that don't have purple? Drama art. Oh, got it. Oh, got it. Drama. Good morning. It is actually afternoon for me right now. It's like 4 p.m. something like that. It's getting late. Getting later at least. I think capturing is actually quite a bit better than killing, so I'm sorry if you want to see it. I'm pre-recorded for you. This is a rerun. Ascended past purple. I don't know that we've got. Ooh, hey, a mantle. I wish I didn't get so many. Can I show set? Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? You don't have to subscribe here. Are you following? Oh. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I have an idea. Yes. I will reward your loyalty. PWR is like player power and make the game too easy? I mean, we're going to get another level of Afflicted. I don't know. Have you fought like Afflicted Aurora Camp anytime soon? Recently? That's like ass. It's like complete ass. Oh, my ass. Oh, can I do a naked gore? No. I'll do gore though. Actually, I don't like gore. I'll do like Shigaru. Is it worth going for purple on that hammer? Nope. Not in my opinion. Title update 1? Maybe. Maybe. But right now, no, it's too expensive. If you've like cheated and you've got like a god charm, maybe. 11 years, 1 month, 20 days. $10 years, 1 day. Wow, you must have came over right from Justin TV, huh? Yeah, that's release date. No, but one was leaked. 1 week for now. What am I doing? Shigaru? What? Possible to see a dual blades run. Yeah, just have to ask. And I'm going to take that as you asking. Against Shigaru, okay? Or is there something else you really want to see? Yeah, we got, was it this? Nope, this. Free title update 1 is available August 10th. Doesn't mean it's actually available August 10th. It could be a typo. Very possible. Wait, we want Dragon Dual Blades, right? Probably right as I started streaming on Twitch. I think my first stream on Twitch was like 2015. Could have been like 2014 or 2013. But I mean, nobody really knew what the hell was going on with streaming back then. There was certainly no monetization. It is absolutely not set in stone. I'm sundowning super hard right now. Okay, we're good. That was a real glossy-eyed moment for a minute there. That was not good. I know it's painful to watch. It's painful to watch your streamer just like slowly Sundowning without the sun? What are you talking about? It's right here. Bright as hell. Ah! They officially released the date? No. But you missed it. I can't show it now. There's weapon augments. Source, prove it? I can't. I've immediately lost track of this conversation. Goes on holiday and stays in his room with the blinds closed. That's my streamer. All right. Don't like the stream? Fine. I'll see you in a week when I'm in Italy. I'm trying to entertain you, ungrateful bastard.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
I could just run VODs the whole time.
Stay off my list.
Be in a smaller room in Italy. It's a larger room in Italy, I think. Blockages, thank you. Don't stop. It's gonna be a lot of work, man. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to do. Frybear, thank you. Will I be in a solarium in Italy? No, I will probably be in a bedroom. In fact, I will probably have a room dedicated just to streaming. 8 minutes of ads? I mean, you let your sub lapse. I mean, that sounds like a personal problem. It may end up being an Airbnb. I am very concerned about the state of my internet. What is the first kind of wine you'll drink in the Italian villa? I don't know. I'm not very particular about my wine. It'll probably be red. I can't tell you like the vintage and stuff like that. Am I gonna kiss a goat? God willing, no. I'm trying to get rid of those demons. There's no way to have an Amazon sub auto renew. I know it's bad, isn't it? We've seen, I think, some small footage of Seething Basil. That internet was less crap outside the United States. I told my in-laws to please get fiber optic internet, and they got a mobile hotspot, so. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, generally it's better. I mean, it's been fine. I have no complaints about the internet here. I mean, it's technically not as fast as my internet back home, but it's like, it's sufficient. You know, we still drop frames occasionally. Did you check bandwidth restrictions on the hotspot yet? I can't speak Italian, dude. And my in-laws don't know how to... They still struggle with the input button on a remote control. Okay? I was willing to drop literally $1,000 to get a stable fiber connection in the villa for 2 years. They're like, no, we only want it for 1 month. We can cancel it afterwards. I'm like, I'll pay the money. So we're going to find out. The island does have fiber. There's fiber on it. So if they don't have it there, I'll just go to one of the coastal villages, get a hotel room, or get a B&B, and I'll stream from there. What's seething? It is a subspecies of a basil goose. He's like more purpley. Got like different explosions. His tail is like weaker. It's technically a variant, not a subspecies. Who cares? Okay, I'm sorry. It's nice to have something else weak to ice, and so significantly weak to ice like him too. Need something weak to water? You know, you go through the list, I mean, there's really not that many things. Gravios, maybe, but it'd just be like such a weird addition. You're like, hey, here's Gravios. Oops. We did the double. I couldn't really. I have my headphones on. I can't tell which one. Variant, what's the lore? I don't know. Does anyone know the lore? What endgame monster in any game is weak to water? Wasn't Rathalos weak to water in Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter 1? Cantor? Did he take more damage from Dragon, though? Lunastra? You think they'll add one more monster title update one? I mean, they've all but confirmed that they're trying to add more things than just the things that are announced. For you, weren't there a bunch of things weak to water? Like, was that Tigrex subspecies? Beavers dissipated? That was fast. Did you take something? Garuga? I don't know how endgame Garuga is. It's like mid-game? Oh! That's awesome. The issue with water is, like, originally ice was not an element. And starting with second gen, they split ice and water. Or they added ice and then they removed some things as, like, water weak. And from that point forward, it's always been like that. I mean, it's weird to go by, like, Monster Hunter 1, but... It's the title update info, release date, and weapon augments. I've already gone over it a bunch of times in stream, What Dogs. Think Garuga will be in a future update? I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, Scarred Garuga could, like, maybe work. But they're putting some... Release date has been confirmed. Confirmed. Possibly leaked? I can't use the word confirmed, because it has not been confirmed. You can subscribe me on YouTube. I have not uploaded the information to YouTube yet. I will be sometime after this stream. Want to see Malfestio? He sucks. Sorry. Want to be rude. Maybe he's your favorite monster. I hate him. Confirm my need? Nope. It was just like Nintendo, like, accidentally posted a thing that said, like, hey, this is when it's coming out. Been grinding Xenoblade 3? Is it a game that you need to grind in, or you just like grinding in it? I totally understand either way. Valstrax Steel Blades are better than Ro Waga set for Dragon Element? First of all, Ro Waga these nuts. Second of all, I can take a look at them when I get out of here. But in general, Valstrax weapons are nice because really high element, good slots, and you don't have to do anything for sharpness. I mean, mind you, everything is viable. Like, you just love the way a weapon looks in this game. Basically, everything's, like, viable. It's just like Valstrax. You're going to bed? Thank you for letting us know. Do you want us to turn the light off, or? Nightlight? Tuck you in. Since Frontier Monsters are fair game, which one would you choose to include? Hardcore Orange Espinos. Or just Zenith Espinos. And just watch people get turbo-gaped. I wouldn't mind seeing Tears. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they want to take like the kind of the hipster choice of monster stuff. Will you do frontier stuff, or is that a no-no for content creators? There is no frontier stuff. You mean Espinos and Monster Hunter Rise? I've already fought him on stream a bunch of times. I haven't even gotten his mantle yet, though. What about the Scorpion? Scorpion's pretty cool. It's the most hipster stuff in Sunbreak. Lucent Narga is going to be most hipster. Am I sleepy? I took a nap. I'm still a little sleepy because, like, you just know how it is. I wasn't really jet lagged yesterday. I was fine. But, I mean, I guess getting woken up at 2 a.m. in the morning will screw that up real bad. Wow, that's a good... Is that a good talisman? That's interesting. What do you mean, no? It's Bubbly Dance 3, Counter-Strike 3. That's a lot of, it's a lot of raw off that Counter-Strike. Trying to think what that'd be work well with. It's like, it's so like counter helpful because you take a hit and then your bubbles go away. This is an upgrade of my old talisman that I used all the time. We're going to look at some other dragon dual blades. Bubbly Dan, Counter-Strike lasts, what, 30 seconds? It's just a stupid talisman is what that is. Am I saving accelerants? I wouldn't say I'm saving them so much as I don't care to use them. Attack boost 3200, is it good? It's basically the talisman that I use, except I just have one extra point of resuscitate that doesn't really matter. Or sorry, resentment that doesn't really matter. That is literally the talisman I use. Rowaga. Rowaga. Okay, so Rowaga has 10 less raw, 8 less element, gets 1 more level 2 slot over the Valstrax. Even at purple sharpness, I guess you do slightly more raw. And your element would be like what? Well, it would still be less than Valstrax. As Elemental Bane? I mean, pretty soon, Valstrax could have the Elemental Bane. I mean, most things with Elemental Bane, like... Yeah, I just don't see it. I really don't. An Elemental Bane, even when you have it as an option, like, I still don't normally run it. You don't need to farm a Dragon's Fire? I mean, as a cope weapon, like, I don't want to farm Valstrax weapon. I mean, it's okay. Now, how about that? That's helpful. But I mean, it's pretty much objectively worse than Valstrax. But yeah, I mean, I would agree with the sentiment of like, if you don't want to farm Valstrax, like it's good enough. Because, I mean, it is good enough. Now, with the title update coming up, man, this is not enough dragon. Corn Gun Lance? There's only 2. Is it these 2? They're both white 8. Hey, oops. Oh, I gotta equip it, huh? So, Gasm Gorm is 340 with a ton of purple. Corn is 330 with just a little bit of white. If you're only doing shelling only, for some reason, I guess Corn could be more versatile. But if you're assuming you're actually planning on hitting the monster, I mean, Gasm's going to be better. I mean, I guess if you're doing shelling only, I mean, you probably could fit everything you wanted anyways. I don't know. I mean, it is a lot of negative affinity that you're not going to be able to make up. I don't know. I'm just not really... Like, I'm not into wide shelling, so I don't really use it. If you're doing shelling only, I guess. I don't know. It's got a lot of slots. What do you want? What do you want from me? What am I supposed to stay? Do you poke shell wide? You can. The worm stake is pretty strong. The explodey worm stake is pretty powerful on wide. I mean, it's just like the Pyre Gun Lance. It's just like so nice for what it does. Focus useless for charge shelling. I haven't really tested it since Sunbreak. If it is better, Cowslayer probably has it on his channel. He would have tested it. The Thundercreed Sword real coat? It's the real coat. By the way, I think Valstrax is probably better than this great sword, but again, like I'm not gonna like use like a Valstrax Sapphire to like make this. So I'm not going to. I mean, with Greatsword, I mean, you could always use Maximum Might, get that last 10%. I don't know if Cowslayer streams. I honestly don't. I don't know if this is this a PP set? Would I eat a jellyfish? I think you'd probably die if you ate a jellyfish. Unless it was like really prepared, like properly and safely. It'd probably just kill you. Like you'd go into anaphylactic shock, like your throat would swell up and then you would die. Got jellyfish before? Well, you're alive. I mean, prepared it would be okay, but like just like taking a jellyfish and swallowing it, you'd probably die. Am I legally required to swap and die if you watch the stream? Have you tried swallowing it uncooked? Oops. I was doing the thing. Nice greatsword? Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. It's not how I wanted that to go. Yup, Narwa and Ibushi mats are absent from the new augmenting process? Why? They're not terrible. I still enjoy the Narwa fight. Do people seriously not like Narwa? Do they not like the Narwa fight because they keep getting hit by the Dragonators? Ibushi kind of sucks. He does not. Oops. Thanks, Aurora Turtle. Nope. How do I dodge the spikes? You gotta time it, or you gotta use like something that gives you invincibility to go through it. Wire fall into it 3 times in a row to go back to camp. Yeah. Well, we're pretty close to another one. She should be doing her spike storm soon. The getting the counter off the spikes can be very scary with switch axe, but it is very good when you do it. I'm gonna run out of firebugs. This is gonna be bad. Hopefully they recharge in time. Oh, there's one right here. Okay, we don't need it. No, no! Hyper Armor's had disastrous consequences for Monster Hunter franchise? I think it's an interesting trade-off. I almost got the iframes. Have I savored the finished beans yet? I've had finished blueberries. Those are pretty good. I have not had beans. Guess looking with a fire beetle might. Oops! I guess not gonna get out of the fire beetle. That thing just flew. It was like, what? Ugh. I guess we can get it with the snow beetle. Ugh. Have I done aerial thrust lance versus Narwa yet? I have. And I've watched Haruken do it quite a bit. I think last weekend I was watching him stream a bunch. He gets some very large numbers. Part of Surge Slash is best for element. Level 3 Surge Slash, I think, gets a bonus to elemental damage. Well, I haven't really, I haven't calculated it yet, but it seems to do more damage. Obviously, it hits twice as well, so you've got that at least. You want to test it? We can kind of test. I'm not really in a mood to like really do the math, but like we can like eyeball it. Good rest of stream, streamer. Thank you. We're gonna be doing a barbecue later today. I have no idea. I have no concept what time it is. Circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle. What? All circles for element. It's great. Surge Slash better than regular great sword charge attacks? Not necessarily, but they're fun. If I'd had finished hot dogs yet. No. I have not. All right, let's pretend it's like a Rathian's head. Kind of. Sort of. Finish hot dogs and rate them? I will not make any promises. But if the opportunity arises, I will. I'm going to have more chances to do that in Italy. The first hit doesn't really matter too much. It's the other hits that kind of matter. That last hit was 317? Very heavy damage. Now let's see what happens. We pump it up. Pump it up! Pump it up all the way! It like doubles the damage, I think. Doubles your elemental damage. It's pretty cool. Something like that. That's just eyeballing it. I could be wrong. But it's somewhere around there. I don't think any of the other hits get that. I think it's only the circle combo does. But that means that circle 3 is 400% of your element. Which, I mean, that's you know, it's pretty good. All right, oh, and there's like a Caesar salad waiting for me. I'm gonna eat it on stream. I'll be right back. Elemental Greatsword is good. Well, it's not as good as like Strong Arm True Charge slash spam, but it's like usable. Control click at enter value. I'm not doing that. And then I have to use my keyboard. I don't want to do that. No, I already ate the prawn one. This is something Jen got.
Not.
I got the Caesar salad yesterday, and then Jen saw me get the Caesar salad, and she's like, I want it. Eating nothing but the plainest of salads? There was no choices yesterday. I could have gotten a sirloin steak, yes, but I got fresh seafood with it. It's got chicken. How's my butt feeling? It hurts. Finland doesn't exist? It definitely exists. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Have I ever had a pickled beet salad? No. Cobb salad is good. Show food to chat. It's not going to look appetizing. There's no lighting. I miss the news. Yeah. Show mouth while you eat. That's gross. Chicken's like a flying seafood. Why are you splitting wood in July? Or was it August? It is not a very populated country. The whole country has as many people as like a large American city, less than New York City. If you like peace and quiet, walkable streets, social health care, Finland's probably a pretty nice place to go. The language is hard, but it seems like everyone speaks English, for the most part. Obviously, you'd want to try and learn Finnish if you came here. At least a little bit, you know. Enough for the day by day. That's about, I mean, the thing is like in the EU, if you want to travel, you try and learn all the languages of all the other countries, or you just learn English, which everybody speaks. Speak Finnish? Mina, Olin, Shepard. That's it. That's all I can do for you. I learned a little bit. I don't know why everybody's hating on Caesar salad. Caesar salad's delicious. Is that how you introduce to the locals by your clown name? I haven't really talked to any locals outside of our friends. Speak Japanese? I'm not very good at like sentence development yet. Hajime mashite. Yoroshiku. I know house is ie. I know room is heya. Konbanwa is like good evening. What's a good all-around greatsword for Emmer 100 plus? You can make the Maldo greatsword to start. Kimura is also really good. Sregios? Sregios isn't bad, but like, you can use Maximum Might and greatsword. So much of the starter Duolingo is teaching you katakana, and I feel like that's a waste. I don't hate katakana, it just seems like weird. Furious Rajing is also good, yeah. It'll be even better in the update. Like, it's a second alphabet of the same words that they just use to say foreign words with. But why not just use the original alphabet? But, like, why not make a special symbol to be like, this is going to be a loan word, and we're going to use the hiragana for it? I don't understand. I don't get it. I admit, this is a very good salad. I really liked it. I feel like I ate a salad and people are like, what are you doing, streamer? You gotta eat the local Finnish cuisine. Go find, like, a preserved fish head and suck out its eyeballs. I could eat a salad. I don't know anything about those words. Feels like something I should do. I just dropped something on my pants. And now it looks like I messed my pants. God damn it. Ugh. All right. Just gotta throw this away. I definitely wouldn't want to live here year-round, though. It gets very dark in the winter months. Like like you don't see sunlight. Like you get an hour or two of sunlight in the middle of the day. Probably the most foreign McDonald's I ever ate, Fume, was when I was in Hong Kong. I thought the food was bad. And I can say objectively, like, it just wasn't for me. And so I definitely ate a lot of McDonald's when I was in Hong Kong. But when I made it to the PRC and I ate over there, their food was awesome. I didn't feel any desire to eat fast food at all. I know there might be some, like, native Hong Kong people right now that are, like fuming. It's, like, super pissed off. I'm like, I don't mean anything personal. It's just, like, it was just, like, a lot of soups. Like, just, like, not... I'm just, like, not into it. You know? Just not into, like, eating a whole bunch of soups. It's not that good. You know, and when I went to the mainland China, you know, they had some soups, and I liked those. I just didn't like the soups in Hong Kong. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Not sorry. I don't care. What are you going to do? I try the duck. They had duck. I've had duck. Did I try the Peking duck specifically? I don't know that they had it, if that was as popular in the mainland China. But I definitely had duck. Look who it is! You're looking at me. You eat in 10 minutes? Is everyone here? Are they all waiting for me? They're like, when is he going to finish playing his video games? If you say hello to everyone, I'll go. When's my Insect Live? Look. Insect Live video will be next week at the earliest. Okay. All right. Well, I got to put on the VODs then because they're going to be waiting for me soon. 10 minutes. You always get me when it's like, in about 30 seconds, we're waiting. I got to be like a cartoon. I got to be like, boo! Give me like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I got to be like, can you hold out like a tuxedo I could just like jump into? I could rip off. This is what I'm fine is wearing. I look. That is actually a very interesting outfit. Now that I look at it, what is going on here? So it's like, you went out in that? It's like business up top, and like the gym down at the bottom. You could be like in 2 different fashion magazines. You could be like in a Macy's catalog, and then you could be in like an athletics section of like the Sears catalog. Describe outfit? It's a very nice shirt. It's got a very nice pattern on it with lots of buttons. And for lack of a better word, I'll just say the bottom is very well ventilated. There's a lot of cooling, less stretchiness. I'm digging all. Are you mad? Am I upset? She doesn't care. She doesn't care. If this would ruin your relationship, all right, be more confident, both of you. Like how I'm dressed, like a clown on the internet. Stop, but she knows it's funny. That's why she pointed out. She's like, "That's why I went out in this." All right, I'm gonna put on VODs. All right, this is a difficult thing for me to do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Turn off the camera. Gotta put, this is important. Where is it? Hold on. Where's the text? No. No. Yes. Was it big enough? Test redeems before I leave. I can't even, you guys realize I can't hear anything. I've got no sound coming out of my computer. Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. I've heard enough things. Is that like a crazy person thing to say? Like, I've heard enough. I don't want to hear anything anymore. Why are you just laughing and walking away? It's like, it's your number one response. All right, I'm going to put the podcasts back on. I think that was fine. It's like good enough, I guess. Not Maldi. You'll get the me of the past. Window capture.
Oh, he's about to eject us, right? Was that his wiggle?
That was his wiggle.
Put that on there.
That wasn't it?
Transform.
Find him.
Fit the screen.
No, you can't
Find him
make
when
me.
he...
Stream Elements is on high. Enjoy Finland. It is great so far. Where I'm about to eat a Finnish barbecue.
Rest in peace.
So all the Caesar salad. People are giving me a lot of crap for eating Caesar salad. I think they're delicious. That was a very good one you got.
It wasn't. The other one
take
was
that.
a little better, but it was still really good.
I just grabbed a chip from
I would,
my-
if the one from last
And I
night was a
didn't
10 out of
understand how
10,
I
this
get
was like a
told.
9 out of 10,
Yeah.
at
that's
least.
Wait, this is definitely the wiggle.
Yeah, this is the wiggle.
Redeem's very low. There is nothing I can do about. Hold on.
That's what you're. Are you guys?
There is something I can do about it.
Jump off the ship.
Let's see, you did not make it.
Why am I in Finland?
I almost did that.
Just like the German customs agent. We have friends. We have
So that's what
friends
you're
in
looking for
Finland.
while you're
Hold on.
On his back, you're looking for a wiggle.
When he starts shaking is
Yeah.
That
when
maybe
he's about
lose some of your
to
anuses.
fling you
How's
out.
that?
So that's
You
when
mean
you
like
want to return to the boat.
What time
You
is
mean
it?
like a Polaroid picture?
What's that,
When
4
he's shaking
p.m.?
it like a Polaroid picture.
I was making it louder.
Guys, this time around, I'm gonna hit the Dragonator. You just need to tell me where, when.
All right.
Okay.
I'm about
I got
to
hit
end
by
the
something.
stream.
Don't get hit by rocks.
When
And
he
restart
dives
the
to the left
stream.
is when you want to
If you're gonna
activate
do it,
All of you have a
should
great
probably
day.
get
I
near
don't know if
the
I'll see you
button.
live tomorrow. It's going to be weird.
Which
You should
button?
probably
We're
get-
leaving
you
to
should
go
probably
to
get
Cap
near the
tomorrow.
button.
So we'll
Come back.
see.
You
The
should
button to
probably
press?
get near the button.
When he
And after
dives
tomorrow,
When
I'm
near
not,
the
I
button.
won't be
dives to the
streaming for
left.
like 3 or 4 days. I'm going to be like
Okay.
in a real vacation. It's going to be VODs for
When he
like 4
dies,
days.
when he's like in the air, like now.
I'll see you soon.
Now's a good time.
Go, go.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Good job,
Stream's gonna be
Christian.
starting and
I
ending
did
soon.
it.
Goodbye.
You did it.
It worked.
I think you broke
It
the
worked.